whoa. And we're going live. Man, everything is working out just fine. Morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs. Shout out to whatever it is you do for a living. Shout out to the payroll attendees. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the chefs in kitchens, secretaries in offices. Shout out to the security guards. Shout out to the lifeguard them. Because a whole heap of people can't swim and I go chuck off in the water. They say, it's getting warm and beautiful outside. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. You're a good person. Don't let that go over your head. Want good for others as much as you want good for yourself. All right. On days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Made it through. Never would have made it. We made it through another week. Yes, give thanks and praises to the Most High. You were preserved again to see another week. Again, to be here again to hear another. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Don't know how many more of these we have, but we give thanks for everyone that we do get. All right, and we're here feeling good and joyous this morning. All week, this computer would not give me my chat room on the same computer where I see myself doing the live. So I have to have another monitor over here, a different screen with different stuff going on. And just this morning, everything just aligned perfectly. I can see everybody in the live and everything like that right here on the same computer. And I have all my notes drawn up on the other screen over there. I'm just feeling good. I went to the beach yesterday. The water did cold. Made me miss Jamaica really bad because Jamaica beach water is like warm all year round. I told y'all before when I'm in Jamaica, I drive around in swimming clothes. Because anyone missing water, any time of the day I feel like it, I just go chuck off in some water. Can't do that here in Florida because, you know, the water be freezing sometimes even when the sun is hot outside. It's getting warm now. It was 80-something degrees yesterday. And I went to the beach and we're going to have some fun, you know, have the children run around and whatnot because everybody wasn't feeling good the night before. Kai tested positive for strep. You know how that go already. And Malani might have had it as well. She had all the other symptoms. Plus Kai have some scarlet fever as well. So I was like, let's get out the house and go get some fresh sea breeze and sunshine, vitamin D in our skin. And these things. So we spent a good amount of time. Me tired? Yo, I left the beach feeling like, I tell wife, I say, yo, when we reach home, I gotta do some things to her and these kind of things. You know, I go already the day I chat like you're big and bad. And she was like, no, you're not. You're gonna go to sleep. Because she said, no, you're not. You're gonna go to sleep because you got tired. The beach beat you out. I said, no, man. By the time I eat a plate of food and regenerate some energy and stuff, ready to go, she was like, nah, you'll see. I kid you not. Came home, we cooked some food, and by the time dinner served, I was like this on the couch. She was like, see, I told you. So I carried myself, got my bed, but the funny thing is I woke up this morning feeling even more tired. The waves were super high. I go out into the water, go fight with the waves, them. Made me feel so alive in the cold water, you know. I think I'm going back today. So I can look forward now to seeing the dark skin SouFLo. Because around this time of the year, I start laying out in the sun a lot and turn up my melanin. It's a good thing to do for people of color like us. See? Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Nans, you're right there. I appreciate you greatly. Let me pin this comment right here from myself to the chat. Pin this message. All right. Boom. There it goes. Call your number and everything. Donna Davis, thank you for being here. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Lovely Aneka, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Lovely Aneka is my fellow content creator sister. Please go over to her channel, click the subscribe button, and, you know, engage her content. Keep the love in the family. Patrice, wait, let me can't say. Patricia Thomas, thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Virtuous Fire is in the building. Missy Brum Brum is here. Missy Brum Brum, sis, big up yourself. Lisa Watkins is in the building. Miss Goldie Robinson, Let's Bond TV. Karen Notice is in the building. Says, morning, Sofa and family. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Enough love to everyone. Sharon Spence is in the building. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr is in the building with us this morning. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Kai Tai Jai Empress, the first person who let me speak Cantonese. She's in the building this morning. Kaz Robinson says, good morning, Sofa and family. Great Goodies is with us. Dorothy T is here as well. You know what I mean? Julie Tapper is in the building. Charma D Star, Sean Cassell, Dorothy T, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Casey, good morning. Glad to have you here. All right. Michelle Taylor, RN, with the RN, put some respect on it. JC is in the building with us this morning, flying a British flag. Asarin Odetta is here as well. Thank you for being here, Lulu Ridges. T95 South is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here as well. Listen, Jay Robinson, good morning. Thank you for being here. And Black Eagle just landed. Thank you for being here. Somebody said yesterday, do you have a shout-out list for your Morning Thoughts show? I don't have any shout-out list. I just shout out the people whose names are in green, who are in the chat, because it's their chat. And them names just line up however they come in, and I just shout them out. So, no, I don't have a shout-out list, and you probably can't be added to the shout-out list unless your name is in green. All right? Unless it's one of those mornings where we open the chat and everybody is in it, white names, green names, everything. But that's how I shout it out. As they come into the room, we shout out like that. All right. Here we go. We have some things to talk about this morning. We should keep it festive. It's going to be a bit educational, a bit entertainment, a bit of music and entertainment, and a bit of some of this and some of that. We're going to put it like that then. This is what we have on the board this morning. Politics time again in Jamaica. Yes, we are Jamaican, so we're going to engage that. Jamaica's upcoming election. Yesterday it was announced that minimum wage in Jamaica got another facelift or another hike, another spike. Well, I shouldn't even say a spike. The minimum wage in Jamaica was increased yesterday. We're going to talk about the minimum wage, the history of the minimum wage. We're going to talk about all the other promises and great things that are on the table, because election is about to be called in Jamaica. And we will either go on for another couple of years with the same person as our prime minister, or we will have a new prime minister. Depends. There's something here that I want every Jamaican to remember, or I am asking myself if they're going to remember this. We'll reveal that when we start that segment. Bounty Killer, Vybz, Kartel, and DJ Khaled. Finally, all three linked up together. It was a sight to see all three in the studio at once. We'll talk about that for like a hot 5 minutes or so. Not too deep into that. Alkaline, dancehall artist Alkaline, drops a new project called Earn Your Way. I just said something, gave one sentence of or two of a critique, and somebody already tell me if it suck my mother. Me good mother. Me good mother. But you know, I replied maturely. I said, I respect your mom, even if you don't respect her. So I'm not going to stoop that low. You know, because that's the only thing that's left to do. If you ever tell me about up under my mother, the only thing I have to respond with is back up under your mother. I don't want to go up under your mom's. And, you know, I would appreciate you leaving up under my mother out of it also. But it gets treacherous when we start doing these reviews and commentaries and, you know, when we're dancehall music and dancehall artists are concerned, enough talking and not a result. Politics is in the house. Politics is in the house. We'll soon get to it, Karen Notice. All right. Miss Lou and Bob Marley will be named as national heroes, but under a new government. We'll hit that in a minute. And the last one is Donald Trump, back over to the U.S., because a lot of us are here. Donald Trump has signed an order to dismantle the education department while keeping some of the things that were there. Who's going to be affected by this? How did we come to this? What's the plan if the Department of Education is dismantled, etc., etc.? Them things that we're going to talk about this morning. I have nothing in my cup this morning but some, I want something in name again, the big green something now when you bust it red inside. Watermelon. I have nothing but some watermelon juice and mixed with some water to dilute it some, because I like sweet stuff. But I'll try that from diabetes. In my cup, and I'm going to sip that, try to replenish, because I feel dry out from yesterday. I can't even open my eyes good. I still feel sleepy from yesterday, while you choose where we start. So do we start with the politics in Jamaica again and the minimum wage rise? Do we start with Bounty Killer Vybz, Kartel, and DJ Khaled? Do we start with Alkaline's new song and my advice for him? Or do we start with Miss Lou and Bob Marley becoming national heroes? Or do we start with Donald Trump? You choose. 60 seconds, go. Why would you call now, fam? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, go on, my brother.
You're lucky, say you ain't hear me say, why would you call now, bro?
Here I go. You know it's that kind of like the right time.
Yeah, come here, watch.
They choose and things.
Right, all right.
I driver come from Ireland there, I mean I road.
Mm-hmm.
But here I go. The hear a man say yesterday. So,
with 30 seconds in.
Get back in visa.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Khaled great him, send jet for him.
Mm-hmm.
See it? Bounty Killer get back in visa, same flame.
Mm-hmm.
Vybz Kartel get in visa, Khaled linked him up.
Mm-hmm.
The man was saying, man there, the next man there. No, you don't get no link, I go on.
You're troublemaker early in the morning, you know. We're 45 seconds, we have 5 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Yo,
That's that shit. Hey, that's hey.
You're wicked, you know.
I think about it until the brother say, man, say, but I know say a joke.
You not get no links.
Only man, yo, me never hear be the man, me never hear Khaled play or be the man song. Like me never hear, me not saying I do it, but I've never heard it.
Be the man get him too. I see him on with Berea.
Anyway.
All right. All right, be careful out there, see? Manners.
Yeah, man.
You see how 5 up, 5 below caller disrupt this up this morning. Now I don't even know who. Let me go back through, because we're not do this over again. Who got it? Miss Lou, DT, Donald Trump, Jamaica. All right, 3 different ones. Get a new song so you can delete it. Mr. Bram says, Donald Trump, no, I'm not even playing Alkaline's new song here, because I know his copyrights are strong. Trump again, Trump get 2, Bob and Miss Lou. All right, Miss Lou get that again. Bob and Miss Lou is either Bob and Miss Lou, Bob and Miss Trump, Bob and Miss Lou are tied. So far, Miss Lou, Bob and Trump. Okay, Miss Lou. Same thing again, Miss Lou. And then Lovely Aneka says Trump. So Miss Lou and Bob took it. Very interesting that Miss Lou and Bob would take it. I thought y'all would have wanted some. I don't know. Anyway, what you choose is what you choose. Who never choose nothing still choose something. Here, Jerome Pearson about Blind Boy. No matter with it, you know. No matter with it, because his fans are like, you ever lick a wasp nest yet? Yeah, if you hit a wasp nest before, I have to run. We are country picnic, so we used to hey, one time, you know. Sidebar, me have a cousin, right? Jeffrey, big up yourself. Jeff red like Jeff is the color of my hand miggle, see? So with a country with there, we got bush one day where I come back from bush and Jeff need troublesome like me. So we see a big wasp nest, you know. I'm not talking about no regular wasp nest what we used to, you know. If you ever dead down in a country in a bush there, just cause them have time to build wasp nest, that's because you know it's uninhibited. Ain't nobody there bothering them. The wasp nest big like so. You understand? I when Jeff look up and see wasp nest because he said I fling 2 stones in that. But we have to go running up. So I say, all right. So man pick up 2 stones and I say, yeah, fling it in our wasp nest. Broke up the big wasp nest. They came for us. When me tell you something outrun, Jeff, you see, ask up the road, me going on. We not talk about no regular road, we are talk about down a bush with this, so over Rockstone and Gully, right? And when me meet Jeff up at the top of the road now, cause me don't escape, cause you can hear the as you are running, you running like this. And, when me meet Jeff up at the top of the road, you see the man, the man face swell up big like so. You just want to see him. I remember I know him red already, you know. So if you swell up like this, and him couldn't see nothing, and him lip them big enough skirt, me think some because I got dead. But just a funny moment, just remembering that. All right, yeah, but Alkaline fan base coming like a wasness. If you ever lick it by saying the wrong comment about him, yeah, them come down upon you like zzz. So Jerome, please nobody start with the blind boy sitting over here this morning. All right, Miss Lou and Bob Marley. I've been saying it for the longest. I've been saying it on SouFLoTV for years that Bob Marley definitely deserves to be Jamaica's national hero. And I mean, why not? If you look over in Barbados, right, Rihanna got knighted, or how should you say, she got elevated to the status of a national hero. Rihanna. So what's stopping them from giving Bob Marley? Well, we talked about that already, see? But Miss Lou also is added to the list. Now, new generation might not too know about Miss Lou unless they're growing up very cultured in Jamaican culture. So means a proud Jamaican, you know, so although I live a foreign still, me very much Jamaican minded. Some people live a Jamaican and foreign minded. Me live a foreign, but me Jamaican minded. You get it? All right. Bob Marley and Miss Lou. We know what Bob Marley did for us. We know what Bob Marley did for the world. We know that Bob Marley pretty much put us on the map, right? And also, he serves as a very relevant individual in a lot of people's life. Cross cultures, cross all kinds of boundaries, race, ethnicity, religion, etc. Yesterday, I was on the beach, and a man laid on a couple feet from me. You know, everybody come spread out them towel, put up them little tent and thing. Boom! I heard reggae music playing when I came out the water, and I was like, I know me hear reggae music. As I got closer to it, it was some Bob Marley my player. It was a Caucasian man out there. I try to get some sun in his skin, just like everybody else. So anyway, Bob Marley all over the place. Miss Lou now. The importance of Miss Lou for us. Anybody remember Philly Sinting? Anybody remember growing up? You see, as a youth from country, remember I told y'all before, my grandmother used to have us walk around the house, and we would walk around and we would say, I know over there, so it is over here. I know yaso, it is here. I know good day, it is go there. I know, so everything that we said in Patois, she would make us say it in proper English. And no, we little know, we never understand the importance of this. I do now. My grandmother saw that there was so much stigma behind, because we are country picnic too, and them habits of country people are dunce, and we are idiot, and we dumb, and we daft, and we backward. Because they used to even say it in Jamaica, you know, you're backward like some country picnic. Hey, idiot country boy, or fool country girl, right? So my grandmother didn't want that stigma on us. Plus, my grandmother used to say later on, she said, one day your parents are going to come and your parents are going to take you all away from me. And you're going to go live overseas. And in America, that Patois is not going to help you, right? So English is the language, and it's important for you to master the English. Now, as I grew older and I read some Marcus Garvey books, that's one of Marcus Garvey's teachings. And he said you should master the language that governs the laws of the land in which you live. So if the main language for here is English, you better be good at English. Here's why. Y'all ever seen somebody get in trouble yet? And they could speak Ebonics all day. They get in trouble. This one is painful for me because I've seen it too many times. They get in trouble. They go before a judge in a courtroom. And now is the time to break out your English that your grandmother had taught you. They go before the judge like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, y'all? They ain't, y'all, y'all saying for real though. Hey, buddy. And it's ebonics all day in front of the judge, right? And they can't even articulate immediately that judge is biased against you, whether you know it or not. That tells them you come from a certain demographic that they don't even have good views, preconceived notions about, right? Another one that got me. I told y'all I started working at 14 years old. My first job was at Winn-Dixie, packing bags, taking people's groceries out, right? Matter of fact, I went for a job interview at 13. The guy said you was too young. You were too young to work. Come back at 14. And they hired me a week before I turned 14. He said, you're going to be 14 in a week. So we'll hire you today, but your start date is the day after your birthday, which I was 14 by the time I actually started. So I used to see other young black people come in trying to get a job, and they would come in with the same thing. Where do you live? They couldn't say, where do you live or I live at. I stay at my grandmama and them around on 17th and 31st. I stay with my grandmama and them around on 17th and 31st. That's how you speak in a job interview. So we learned that from early. Miss Lou, for us, you see there's something where we chat now we call Patwa. Miss Lou make we know say, don't no hand on your head, no shame, because them used to make with shame. Back in the day, them used to make with shame. New generation don't know this, but it was shameful to actually chat Patwa. It was a sign that you were dunce. It was in Jamaica, back then it was a sign that you were dumb, dunce, uneducated, come from a lower class family. All of the things them that is not good, right? Miss Lou came about and said, nah, I feel we're sitting this. Not shame of this. No need to be shame of this. Matter of fact, we're proud of it, right? And then she used to sing stuff like Kami Akigal instead market not a quati would sell. And them kind of something there. Oh, what a night, what a Saturday night. You know, they used to be like, and then we would translate that back into English. Kami Akigal instead market, what that mean? Right? Oh, hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, brother. What going?
Listeners out there. Brother, not nice topic, you know, and I just called it to say Louise Bennett was more than just somebody who kept us culturally inclined.
Mm-hmm.
What she did for me as a child
Mm-hmm.
was made me aware that Patwa the grammatic
Mm-hmm.
structure. And when we start learning Spanish and Latin, I'm when I start learning money. I'm start go African, start learn.
Yes.
I said Siabonga in South Africa.
Yes.
I start go some other place. And say, right, there are many languages in Africa which is connected to us.
Right.
And that awareness was very, very important.
Yes.
But there was a commentary from a British parliamentarian last year,
Mm-hmm.
If my memory serves me right, probably 18 months ago. He said the same thing which Donald Stanton said about Bob Marley. He said, I don't know how them a Jamaican come here with their little Bugoyala language. And now our fine British people are now, you know, copying this dialect, which they refer to it as then. But today now we have to refer to now as a language.
Right.
And the world is gravitating to it. Everybody wants on Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
You go some places and a girl had asked me, say, if the young man is Jamaican, of course, you come from Gambia, but I just became one of the Jamaican time to get him girl. So we will thing.
See,
and a lot of times when things go good, let's just imagine that you teach that girl well, you married to her.
Mm-hmm.
It was about wedding time when you must say, boy, I hope my girl knows say, I'm a Jamaican, but you're my uncle, which I did. You know, so you know, I'm saying that to say we highlight the negatives a lot of time. I mean, for the TikTok, we won't see the other side of Jamaica and how people view us.
Right.
Louise Bennett and Bob Marley. I don't know. We really have to, we shouldn't even wait our delay. It shouldn't be a debate. You know, and I must say, the same thing which we went through as children.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, me now chatting about Patwa this morning.
Mm-hmm.
What we went through was our grandparents prepared us for these things. But in the process too, they also made us aware that to lose the cultural identity. You see? And that was so important. And believe me, right now, when I look on Louis Bennett, I realize that I'm in languages, right? And the teacher and I sit there.
See it.
And we run up to some students from some countries, and when they start using some words, and I say, where come from? And I explain to them, I say, wow. So Louis has that fully same thing. It's always we need to own it because other people are owning it right now.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
When we call him now and give him time to chat, my mother said we never call you. But we have to because you know this is not just triggering, this is also a chance to each one teach one brethren.
Yes indeed. Yes indeed. And you know, so when Missy say you are calling up, me I gonna say I was going to say, you know what, let me chill off the calls for a minute till I was finished saying what I had to say. But me know say you could have round this up better than I could. That's why I grab the phone and make your call come true. So I appreciate you calling in though and putting things into perspective for us.
Thanks for that, big brother.
I appreciate you.
Because what you're doing is like you're touching the tentative issues, the issues in which if we ignore them, we're going to wonder why we lose it to other people, and then we're going to realize that other people copy what we have.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Other people, because you know the reason why I know I'm building schools because me deal with so for 33 years I teach people from another ethnicity, our culture. And I'm paying good money to do it.
See.
But we feel like I defeat my purpose is not carry this go Africa right now. No.
See,
right? So I said it's a student in Jamaica, so it's school in Africa. And we want to keep the link. So keep doing what you're doing.
Manners and respect, my brother. Yeah? Manners.
All right. Bless up.
Bless up. All right. Yes, that was a big help just now. He pretty much rounded that out. See? So, yes, the cultural identity part. Remember, I told y'all, and I may not even have to tell you, I've said that we are them. They are the people before them. And the people who raised them were the people before them. So if you look at it like that, right? If we start to shun away from, there was a time in our culture in Jamaica where there was a concentrated effort to make sure that you forgot that part of you and who you were or who you are. And not people like Miss Louise Bennett was at the spear tip of making sure that that cultural identity resonated, stayed with us. And man, she did her work. Okay, so today, like the brother said, when you travel around the world now, I've been to quite a few places. And every place that I've been, nobody wants me to talk like this. Once they find out that I'm Jamaican, they don't want to hear English from me no more. They want to hear Patois from me. And they try to pick up the Patois from you. Imagine that. Something that they fought so hard for you to not learn how to speak. And now it's like, it is ours. I feel we're sitting. Like Miss Louise Bennett said, I feel we're sitting. And the world wants it to know. The world wants it. The world love it. And look at now. Look at today. I watched an interview the other day. And there is a white boy from London. And I don't know. I'm watching him to hear him finally say, I was joking. I'm actually from Jamaica. And we have white people in Jamaica too, you know. I was waiting to hear him say that because the brother has never been to Jamaica. Him and his sister. And you see when we said chat Patwa, I don't know if y'all seen this interview. You saw me say chat Patwa. I saw the brother talk like right through. It's like him don't speak the Queen's English. He could probably speak it, of course. But to hold a conversation, even while he's speaking English with a strong Jamaican accent. And I'm still trying to figure out how is he able to do that. The man said because of beer Jamaicans him grew up with in London, where he lives. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
Happy Friday and everybody.
Yes, same to you.
You know, sir, we go to Boston at the beginning of this month.
Boston,
Massachusetts.
Yeah, because your phone kind of break up.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Speaker, Bluetooth, whatever, not getting you through.
Is this better?
Talk on me, we'll tell you if it's better. If it's still breaking up.
Better?
Yeah, man, you're good. Go on.
Okay, so me go to Boston, Massachusetts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me go to the biggest library.
Mm-hmm.
Them have one of the biggest library them have in America.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go through the library, them have every language that you can think of in the world in this library. But guess the one language where they never have what me did I look for?
Patois.
Patwa.
See.
And my issue with America and the world when it comes to Patwa is that Patwa is known all over the world by all types of people, but it is still not acknowledged as a language.
All right, let me tell you something real quick. Stick a pin right there, sir. You see what you just said? They're still trying to quantify Patois. There are degrees to Patois. And honestly, truthfully, we don't want them to figure out the whole light. Because listen.
Because at 2 months we have code.
Right. And anytime the only language you speak is your former oppressors or slave masters' language, they can always figure you out. You don't have no secret. But when time we formulated what our ancestors formulated and gave to us, that came from a place of chatting about them right in front of them face. And then they know what they say. You understand? Yes, man. That's why I'm not too worried.
I look funny like we need to be included.
No, sir. Not everything.
Sometimes it's not good to be included.
You see it. Right, that's all. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's go back in that chat. Have a great weekend.
All right, my friend. You too.
Yeah.
All right. That's my other content creator, Sister Marie's Message 411 TV. Go over to her channel, hit that subscribe button, and resonate with her content. You know that. Go already. Keep the love in the family. Yeah, man. So there are degrees. Let me say it again. There are degrees to Patois, right? Some people hear you talk with accent and them think that is Patois. That is not Patois. You want to go Westmoreland, you want to go St. Elizabeth, you want to go down at Clarendon, you want to go. There's a Patois there that it'll lose you. You will think they're talking about something completely different. Even Jamaicans who were born and raised in Jamaica, big up Trelawney, Manchester, them place there. All right, St. Thomas. Even Jamaicans who are born and raised in Jamaica, some of them can't hang when the Patois get deep. So, me no want, give them the water down part and make them go on. Yeah, we can speak Jamaican too. I'm cool with that, but me still want to be able to be around them. And when me go down in it, they miss everything when me I say. See? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, SouFLo. This young Jiggy.
Morning, family. What go on?
I'm there, man.
All right.
I live in Jersey, right? And I came to America when I was 17, and I'm going to school over here in Jersey.
How old are you
and
now?
All the kids in the break room used to always want to talk like me. All the Jamaicans that run track and field.
Okay, so you come and run track.
And run track.
And you were speaking Patois when you come here.
Yeah.
And them didn't want to talk Patois too.
Yes, all of the Americans want to talk like me and every Jamaican. They sit around the decks and they wanna hear we talk and the girls wanna flirt with me. It was crazy.
You know what's funny? What's funny is when I came, and I'm sure I came before you, but you sound like you're the generation after mine. When I came,
just turned 30.
All right, you are the generation right after mine. So when I came, them never want to hear we chat Patois, and they didn't want to talk like us. They used to make fun of us. They used to tell me about go back on your banana boat and go back to your little island where you come from, and to see where we are at now, how everybody want to talk Patois now, and everybody want to be like us now, or everybody want to be associated with us now. We've come a long way, my friend. But yeah, I was here from that part to the part where everybody started wanting it.
A true, man, a true.
Yeah, man.
All right, so, Flo,
Alright,
take care of yourself, you know?
Big up yourself, my brother.
All right, yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, man. When I first came here, they used to make fun of us a lot. And they used to, what did you say? Ooga, booga, booga, booga. There was this one particular girl in my high school, in my junior high school. She used to be like, ooga, booga, booga, booga. What'd you say? What'd you say? Me now say, no, ooga, booga, booga, nothing, no. And I could speak English. And I give it to myself because of what my grandmother them did, like I told y'all before. I was able to speak English even clearer than most of the Jamaicans them that I met at that time when we were all coming here. And them would have still ooga booga booga me. Alright. It was rough times, man. It was rough times, but it's all good though. I'm from Manchester and Hanover, and it was a bit different. Yes, my high school history teacher took the class to court. The defendant was speaking heavy patois, and the judge asked if anyone in the courtroom could understand the elderly J.A. lady. I raised my hand. LOL. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, so good morning. How are you?
My brother, I'm good. How you doing?
All right.
All right.
So that gentleman there, I will set it for them, so them have life easy. I will take all like birds and the beat.
Yes. Somebody did have to take it, and it was us.
And with them used to African headset, they used to deal with us bad in school, and you know.
Laugh after you. Even when you could speak it, right? Even when you could speak English, like how I'm talking now, yeah, they would still laugh after you because the accent was there, and they would still make fun of you and try to repronounce your word, them feel, and these kind of things. Them put you through it.
Yeah, man, you know, sometimes they say only. And they used to, like, you know, pressure you in school and everything.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they learn how you pronounce something out, they do shit backwards.
Yes. But
and nowadays me see a lot of like they'll ask you some question and they say, okay, say this word and you'll get through. And then they realize that Jamaicans put H everywhere, and where the A, they move the A, put H. It's just crazy.
Them still a study with, and that them I do. Yeah. And them still can't catch it, all of it. And we don't want nobody give them all that neither.
And when you do a little history, you realize that the Patwa is still English, it's just broken. But we break it up just to communicate between our peers during slavery and so on.
All right, so no. Like the brother said, the one that's in Africa that called, like he said, when he started traveling, he realized, when he started learning Spanish and stuff, and then different African languages, he realized that that is all mixed into the same thing. Sitting, Patois we chat. Because think of our history, think of who we were colonized by, and think of where our ancestors came from, and the whole transatlantic slave trade stuff. And then before that, because we did that before that too, you know, and before that as well, the Tainos, who them call the Arawaks, mixed with different African dialects, mixed with Spanish, mixed with the British English, mixed with. So all of that is what we took, and we piece it back together in a different way. This is why Patois is not a broken English. A lot of people want to say it's a broken English, but it's not, because like I said, if you go down in some real Patois, you're going to find out it's a completely different language. When you hear people speaking a little bit of Patois mixed with more English and an accent, yeah, that sound like English, and it's easy for others to decipher it. But if I put you amongst my Caramanti people in Jamaica, or if we put it down at any of the culture place that we just talked about, from some people who never left this up, you're not going to understand if you are not already entrenched in the culture. And that's even for Jamaicans who were born and raised in Jamaica. So Patois is a whole different language. Yeah, and it's a language derived of, it tells our history, the language does.
But we get some real big ass whooping, you know, not to speak proper English.
Yeah, yes, Kartel.
My brother said, give me my sitting. And then within 5 minutes later, blowing, get all the box crossing, my mother just reading. What that you just said. And you know, the thing is that they say children live what they learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I've observed, you know, after living in America, like some, you know, Spanish people and their kids in 2-year-old that speaking Spanish.
Right.
So I'm saying that our parents used to beat up to speak proper English, but they weren't speaking proper English in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to learn from them Patois, but we're supposed to speak proper English. Man,
right.
How
you say when your brother said, "Give me sitting," your mother box him.
Man, so
it was you know, say it was the shame of cause she don't want him go out in the world sounding like that, you know. She want him master the English, but she wasn't teaching him how to master the English, right? She just want him learn it. Well, school is supposed to teach him then.
And as you said, my mother used to like me. Every time you walk in past your own mother, you always have hold up your elbow and the catch because they just, hey, my mother always say, who eat the orange or let the orange go to the bed?
Mm-hmm.
My mother said, I know me eat the orange, girl. You not even want to take up because I feel like it.
What you call it? Orange gut?
Orange girl.
The girls. If I go English it.
Yeah, well,
oh God.
And the thing is that I realized that we're from St. James, Montego Bay, but you have people put in where you know if you go a moko, then they are baka place and a different Patois speak. So when you said there's different layers of Patois, there's many times people tell me, say, yo, you know, see how Bobby you come from? Mm-hmm. Because and then they say because how you pronounce certain Patois, they say only Bobby people say them things.
Yes. I have told people this before. If you go to, that's why one of my dreams is to travel out. Forget countries. I'm trying to travel out every parish in Jamaica first. I want to sit down in each parish for like a week first. Every parish in Jamaica, your beautiful little island of Jamaica, every parish has its own everything. Them have them own cliche things where them say. Even up till now, sometimes Shakira says something and I say, what you just say? And she say it again and I'm laughing up. And I say, I uncle know that come up with something like that. Because I uncle down at Westmoreland when I find that somebody has said something like something she said a couple of days ago. If she did wake up right now, me that ask her to remind me of what. But every part in Jamaica, we have our own thing. So, yes, I want to say that from us. So, when I'm around Jamaicans, I can actually tell or guess close enough. You definitely come from town, Kingston, to be exact. All right, you, Moko, for sure. Somewhere around there. So, yeah, because we have our own thing.
Do you think we're classes because we're so programmed that you have to speak properly? I remember when I came to America, and I used to go to other areas, but when we go to the Jamaican community, I hear some people talk, Mr. Jesus Christ, man, a real backabook that people come from.
See, because them teach you that. Them teach you that. Right. Yeah, Adons people and Backabush people talk Patois. And yeah, don't talk like that. Oh my God, you speak so poorly. And you know them, oh my God, why do you speak like that? You speak so poorly. It's the Queen's English.
We get beat, man. You said, you know, where you go? Yeah, ask your brother, where are you going? But you say, where you go? You hear, whoop, whoop.
All right, let me get a lesson now. So you're here, where you go, right?
Yeah.
Where you go? You ever hear where Patwa they go? All right then. All right. So you see, when somebody attract you, can them speak English and then they're on Jamaican and them here, where you are go? Them already log on now, right? Because it's easier to decipher. But wait till you hear where Patwa they go. How shall to come out? You know how shall to come out mean? You walking down the road coming towards your friend and you hear how shall to come out? I mean, where are you coming from? You know, me not give no more lesson this morning. If you don't know, you don't know, but go and go learn it. Right?
Yeah, man, Flo. Yeah. I know sometimes, Flo, when me and you read it, and then I check the comment section, some people they ask, they're referring to certain words and calling certain words, but they don't even realize that that's just how we grew up and that's still cool,
Right. True that, my brother.
All right, my boss.
All right, manners and respect. Yeah. So, and this is why I think I have this infinite love for Jamaican culture. It's because our culture is so storied. I'm still talking about Miss Lou. Because me grew up in a generation where I got to see a part of Miss Lou in action and learn from her. Me grew up when time school have pantomime. And, we used to do the acting and these kind of things, stage plays, etc., etc. I actually grew up wanting to write movie scripts and stage plays. And from people like Miss Lou. We never grew up with no internet and TV and all these things. So our minds had to be in creative overdrive. If you want toys, you go outside, go make toys. Right? Go store, go buy toys. Them kind of something that you want book for read. We could all write your own book, and then give to somebody else to read it. We used to write book and draw picture in it and everything. Can we come up in our time where Anansi's story and them kind of something that did that, right? It wasn't like scrolling the internet looking for something to watch all day, right? We play out the door barefoot and buck to up and stone and lick out toenail and them kind of thing there. So from a different time till now, I think Miss Lou is very deserving of, and her impact is what we are seeing today around the world, to where people are now like so in love with this. Oh my God, you're from Jamaica. What did you say? Say that again. Say it again. Oh, you said that. And the first thing everybody want to learn, of course, in every language is the curse words. Bumbaclot. Say bumbaclot again. See there now? On my shirt. See the next one over me right over there. So over here. So right. So the bumbaclot. But we're so much more than just bumbaclot. We're so much more than that. Rascat. We're so much more than just that. And Miss Lou is definitely a hero as well. So, speaking of hero as well, reggae superstar Bob Marley and poet, folklorist, and educator Louise Bennett Coverley will be named Jamaica's next national heroes if the People's National Party forms the government after the upcoming general elections. We're in election time now. Opposition leader Mark Golding on Tuesday repeated a promise that he made. Let me grab it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. All right. There must never do things I'm going to answer. Opposition leader Mark Golding on Tuesday repeated a promise he made in 2024 that his contribution to the 2024 to 2026 budget debate at Gordon House. Last year, I committed to conferring the Order of National Hero on the Honorable Robert Nesta Marley, and will be a priority action when we form the government, the year in which we celebrate his 80th year of birth. As we cement the spirit of one love in Jamaica, we will also commemorate the significance of Fiwi language. Fiwi language. In our expressions and identity, we will also confer the Order of National Hero to the Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley, making her our second female national hero, is on the agenda for Mark Golding and the People's National Party. There has been increasing calls in recent years for both Bob Marley and Miss Louise Bennett to be made national heroes for their outstanding contributions to our national development. And I say nothing else other than well-deserved for both of them. I can't think of anybody else who should be a national hero more than Bob Marley, for sure. Louise Bennett, I wasn't really saying it until I read where Mark Golding said, so I started revisiting everything and our growing up. And me come from, let me show you how long me there. I come from like Lime Tree Lane days or something. Them day we are picnic. I sit on veranda, watch TV inside of the house. When we outside, I watch the TV. And we have one channel on TV and them something there, right? So coming from that time till now and realizing her significance to our culture, we can't make Miss Louise Bennett just get lost in the pages of some books. She has to be, and why do we only have one female national hero? Nani did great things, but why do we only have one? I'm sure there were other great women who helped along the way to cement our freedom, the freedoms we know today, and our national pride as we know it today. There must have been others. You know, so I have to go do my due diligence and look up some more, because I never realized that also until Mark Golden said it. We only have one female national hero, and is Nani. So Louise Bennett would definitely be a second one, and a more up-to-date one, right? People don't normally resonate with stuff that they can't relate to. Like, all our national heroes, I know I say, yeah, but that's a new one time before me born. So you could imagine the children them that came after. They're like, with them all day something there. You know why you're nothing like that. So you have to put in somebody now that is up to time and up to date. Go back to Barbados. You might say, oh, she don't deserve to be a national hero, but that's their country and their business. Rihanna is a national hero in Barbados. So why we can't have modern day national heroes as well? Why we have to wait till people dead and gone, and then 20, 30 years after them dead, we start consider, should we not? Bob Marley was a national hero from Bob Marley was alive, you know. Miss Louise Bennett was a national hero from she was alive, you know, doing the work before she passed, you know. So it's only right to give it to her. Madge Sinclair. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
Marky again, you know?
Yeah, what go on? Talk to me now.
In general, me appreciate what you do this morning.
Manasa.
Because a lot of young people don't know about Miss Lou.
I realize that.
They will know about Marley.
I realize
they don't know about Miss Lou. And we grew up in an era when there was no internet. It's pre-internet. And back then, we had the TVs where we gotta get up and change the knob.
Yeah.
You know, turn the knob and knock the child out, pick up. You know, run, go to the door, but still antenna.
Yeah. Knock it on the side, knock it on the side.
Yeah, man.
You clock the TV, bow. And it does even out. But let's talk about how Patwa has made it mainstream even in Jamaica now, though. And Miss Louise Bennett do that.
No.
In even school teachers and professionals, doctors, and them I chat them Patwa now with no shame.
I used to wonder why they always make it seems like, oh, we should be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I used Patwa growing up, a lot of people stop you across here, hey boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see when I just came to the States, we were not so straight. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
So all of we kind of bungled together.
See it.
And we went to a store and these guys are trying to buy something. And the store owner picked up a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
Because they sound so aggressive and he doesn't understand what they're trying to say.
Right.
Because they're so entrenched in the Patwa and he's just saying, you know, I don't understand. I don't want no trouble.
That's one of the things they used to say about us. They said, them Jamaicans aggressive as hell. They always sound like they want to fight somebody.
Yeah. It really does come off like you're angry, but you're not.
Yeah.
And so I had to step in and be like, excuse me, they're not trying to pick a fight, they're actually trying to purchase something. And he's like, how do you know? I'm like, they're Jamaican, I'm Jamaican, it's just the language barrier, that's it.
Right.
And I don't understand why Patwa is not recognized as an official language.
The same way, you mean in Jamaica or you mean globally?
Globally as an official language.
Because Jamaica hasn't recognized it as because Jamaica has not recognized it as an official language. The same way how Bob Marley is not recognized as a national hero because Jamaica has not recognized him as a national hero.
But here's the weird thing now. Making Miss Lou a national hero or heroine is great. Long overdue.
Yeah.
But her life's work was to fight for Patwa to be recognized.
Yes. Yes. And for us to have pride in who we are. Right. And it will go with it because for us to never forget who we are, never forget where we come from, our makeup of who we are. It's all in the language, you know. And that's why a lot of people didn't want us to speak that language because they didn't want you to connect your brain to how the language was developed, all the different stuff that's mixed together to make that language and all that other stuff. The language itself will send you on a history journey.
It will.
Right. Right. And these are histories they're trying to erase and been trying to erase from us. So, yeah, again, man, Miss Louise Bennett, she more than did. And now that you actually look at it and look at where we are in the world today, as far as that's something that what we call Philly sitting is concerned, she did that. She did that.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
And for the younger folks that's listening, that's on this platform, you guys got it made because of folks like Miss Lou, Bob Marley, and all our national heroes and our one heroine, Nanny of the Maroon.
True.
And we're glad the invention of the remote because we were the remotes when we were going.
Me don't want to watch that no more. Get up and go turn the TV. But you know, sir, that the remote wasn't a thing when we never used to have. We only had one channel first.
Hey, remember, you know, a JBC, you know.
All right, sir. Remember when TV used to sign off?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Eternal Father, bless our land. And after I forgot your bed. Yeah, big up yourself, Brethren.
Yes, we did.
Manners.
Keep up the good work, bro.
Yes, sir. Manners and respect, sir. We have the one channel, you know, and the one channel, you watch one channel till it sign off. The one channel there when it start, me used to stay up late for a weekend. You see me, I peep over the couch back and my uncle don't want me to stay up. And my uncle them used to come visit from town and wherever else they were working at. And then we'd sit down in our grandma's living room and watch the little TV that my people out in their room called TV on late. The TV used to stay on late on the weekends and cut off at midnight per weekend. So you never even used to have 24 hours television. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Family. I am glad that you're asking the family to not share so much about Patwa.
Yes, yes, yes.
On the metaphysical side of it, Patwa is extremely powerful.
Indeed.
The blending of all of the energies of the cultures and the breathing and command of the ether.
Indeed.
To the words.
Indeed.
Off the chain.
Indeed.
We gotta stop sharing. That's ours.
Facts. Facts.
Stop sharing. If you're gonna play the cultural game and nicey tourist, like you said, the surface stuff.
Yeah.
The bullshit.
Yeah.
The rest of it, unlock. That should be the code from this day forward. No more sharing of our secrets. I don't want to say secrets because why do you think they're so obsessed with learning the particulars of Patwa?
Right.
Patwa cannot be copied and manipulated by AI. And that includes,
I love this. I love it. They're trying though. They're trying though. Yeah, they're trying though.
That includes Haitian Patwa.
Yeah.
The thing with Patwa, it is a multi-layered living entity as you speak it.
Yes.
If I say it today, it might not mean the same thing tomorrow.
That too.
The only way you will know is you will hear the energy behind my words and what supports the words when I speak it.
Yes.
That is beyond high side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
English was created as a language of spells. Patwa took English to school.
Yes.
You watch how the people speak Patwa and what happens as they speak. Now, I have been removed from it for decades, but I still understand. And it is so potent. It's in your soul.
Yes.
You will always understand. Don't believe me? When you go back to Jamaica, watch the people when they speak. If somebody said, "Gwe," watch and see how fast that obstacle move from their space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Potent.
Yeah, and
So
I agree.
please,
we need to keep some things for ourselves. Period.
this one we have to.
Yeah.
They're trying too hard to get at it because they want to consume it. Because it's powerful. It's that powerful.
True.
All right, look at what they did with Moko. Moko gave away all his damn secrets. He couldn't smell the deception. He was caught up in what he saw and not his gut. His gut was, yes. His gut was telling him,
oh man,
something's off. But he was dazzled by the white skin and gave away every bloody thing, including his own, what should I say, essence.
You saying that, right? When you think about that particular situation there, that angered me because from day one, when I first saw it, I actually I contacted the person who was behind it. I said, the only way this should be able to sail is if Moko is benefiting from this. And I was assured that this was an equal partnership and a long-lasting friendship and all this other stuff. Now, if you watched over the years and you look at the things that Moko gave away.
Thank you.
Damn. He gave away a lot.
He gave every bloody thing.
Yes, yes. And
the only possible saving glory is that the people who's stealing it and trying to use can't access the energy needed.
There you go. Say it again, please. Say that part there again. The people who what?
People stealing it and trying to use it.
Yes.
Can't access the energy.
Can't.
That's at the root.
Can't.
All right. And that's what's giving us time. And we have to use this time to lock shop.
All right.
They steal the land. They have us imprisoned on our island. We can't even go to the damn beach.
Wait, no. We have that coming up too.
The rest of everything, we should be on lockdown. That should be the new code. And that's it.
All right, my sister. I appreciate you calling in.
Please share, keep sharing. To just shut up. Don't share nothing with them.
Well said.
I don't care what they come dressed in, turbans, and call themselves Ali, or no matter where they come from on this planet. Stop sharing. Most of them are not human. All right. A passionate day.
Manners.
Good to you and the family. Much love.
All right. Same to you as well, yeah?
All right, Teen.
Listen. The fact that she said the people who have stolen it cannot access the This is listen. This is not something that you can practice. And like I told you before, I watched the interview with this brother from the UK. Is a white dude, but when him a chat Patois, you see, it sounds just like this. And if him a say, yeah man, I grew up right over there, so Brixton, so beer Jamaican people surround me, you know. So everything you hear me a chat right now upon an interview, yeah, are from the Jamaican people them when I grew up around. Never got a yard, not one day in my life yet, bro. I saw the man talk, you know, and I'm like, I have to draw in closer because I said, there's no way. You are a white Jamaican. He's like, oh, when him reach, me never go a yard a day in my life yet, bro. I realize how much it can be cocky, but you still won't have the energy to actually access it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo,
My dear family, welcome.
Yeah, first I want to say I just found you about a month ago, and I've been going back watching all your videos, man.
Appreciate that,
Very
man.
informative.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So here's the thing. So I'm Jamaican. My wife's American, Black American. My sister-in-law, she have been traveling, and she moved to Ghana. And she's been going into the history from the slave trade and the languages and stuff. And she came back and she's teaching me things about Jamaica and Patois.
That's it. That's in the Alkaline language. That's
sorry?
Yeah, did she mention the Alkaline language?
Yeah.
And she's saying that there's a lot of it in our language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's other things too where them teach that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
We don't learn none of them something there.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Until Jamaica start recognize Patois as a language, the rest of the world, they're not gonna recognize it.
Yeah. And again,
anyway, that's all I have to say.
All right, my brother. Manners and respect. All right. And what me I say is me no want them recognize it as a language. Them can go on, but they're not going to get the full of it. Them not get the full of it. I encourage every one of you. It's 1,000 and something people on here this morning. Me not ask for no thumbs up. I encourage 1,000 and something of you to dive deep into. Why you think? You see, when I go to Jamaica, right? I don't want to be around nobody who speaks like this. It just doesn't do anything for me. Me know where to find people. I know where to find people who can speak perfect or proper English or sound like they're an American or sound like they're from the UK. I know where to find those people already. I always try to find people in Jamaica for their own where want twang dirty team. I know where to find them there already. I can't twang myself. But I always try to find people who them are gonna say some words that me never hear before. Them talk Patois in a deep way where I am submerged in it and it's gonna rub off on me. And this is how I keep myself in tune with my culture, right? Right. SouFLo, when you have lives like this, please know that you are walking in your purpose so powerful. Ramp in Wonderland. Boy, Ramp in Wonderland, that itself is powerful, what you just said. But we are them, though. We are those that came before us. You know what I mean? We are they. We are them. So we have to keep this thing alive, you know. Nobody else is going to keep it alive for us. So again, moving into our next topic. But what I wanted to say is this. I don't want to start no trouble with the channel that Ras Mucker used to be on. So I don't say too much. But I want to say this. I've been paying attention every now and then, and what I realize is what the sister said is true, because when Ras Mucker did Dept on it, it was doing numbers and things and going places. And after that separation happened, no matter what they tried as far as to replicate all the things he had taught them, it just can't. It's just not doing that no more. And that alone showed me that he was the heartbeat of that. He was the heartbeat of that. It was his authenticity. It was his whole Jamaican-ness, along with him Patwa everything else, his spiritual essence and everything that actually made that channel. Once they see, in my opinion, I think they thought they could remove him and just, go find one next Rasta man and put him in there and the same thing. And it's not. It's not. Even some of us Jamaicans, let me tell you, you ever been around a Rasta that's a true Rasta? Like, you ever been around somebody who just live off in them own, I would describe it to you as live off in them own world. Then, you know, Ras Moko is one of them people there. So he's not a dime a dozen kind of. You could go to Jamaica and find Rasta everywhere. You can find man with dreadlocks everywhere that look Rasta everywhere. But to find that particular type of a person, that's not easy to do. And then to find them and get them to actually work with you, because most of them don't do stuff like that, right? That's not easy to do either. So the deception worked, but it never worked like how them think it did go work. That's my opinion of. Don't want to style up nobody nothing and don't want no drama from nobody either, so I'm going to leave that one right there. All right. Closing off this segment, going into our next topic though, the message is just stay true to who you are. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Your history is beautiful, colorful, powerful. Be all of that and then some. And again, my grandmother and my grandfather sit right above me right here. Miss Ruby and Mas Clevey. I am them. You are those that came before you as well. Don't ever forget that either. Right? All right. Moving right along now. Since we're on the Jamaica thing and the politics thing and all these other things, let's go right into the politics time again in Jamaica. Elections are about to be called sometime soon, obviously. Yesterday, we heard that the national minimum wage will be increased by $1,000 to $16,000 per 40-hour work week, effective June 1st. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement on Thursday during the contribution to the 2025-2026 budget debate, when he announced the $1,000 more to the minimum wage. Opposition leader Mark Golding got up and walked out of Parliament. The latest increase to $16,000 represents an unprecedented 158% increase over 9 years. This is what the Prime Minister said. Don't worry, I'm gonna crunch this for you. To sustain applause from government members. So they knock the benches and like that when he does that or when he did that. He said that the cumulative inflation over that period remains well below this rate. In other words, you're getting good pay now and accumulated inflation, this extra $1,000 is enough to keep your head above water now. Right? The minimum, in other words, make them something big. The minimum wage was last increased on June 1st last year, when it moved from $15,000 per week to $15,000 per week from $13,000. Like he did on Thursday, the Prime Minister used his 2024 budget debate presentation to announce this increase. Okay, the first thing I did was I left a comment. My comment was, Jamaican people, this made me angry. This made me angry because I'm just tired of seeing us being taken for fools. I mean, somebody really disrespect your level of intelligence, my friend, when they treat you a certain kind of way to your face. You ever there around somebody who you can take advantage of? Some people are around people they could take advantage of, and they do take advantage of them. Some people have a good heart or a good mind or a good soul, whatever. So when they're around people they could take advantage of, them just say, that not in my blood, yeah, man. You know, me could have really take advantage of her still, you know, but me not do it. Them not have no heart or rotted. Them not have no mind. Them not have no soul. Well, them have mind. Them not have no soul. They are let me explain something to you. Politics and politics time again. All right. Jamaica upcoming election. All right. Minimum wage gets increased again from 15,000 to 16,000 per 40-hour work week. Hold off on the phone call. The part here. Watch this. As Andrew announced it, this is what I want to understand. Because when he announced this, he announced a bunch of other things too. There will be a $200 million kickstart to Hope for Children Trust Fund. You see, Jamaican people hear hundreds and thousands and millions, and I don't know if this man think the whole of we dumb or we live back in the idea when you used to have to write letter because we never have internet or something like that, which is quite pretty crazy to me because anybody could just, you know, crunch numbers real quick and decipher what's going on. This was yesterday. All these announcements were made, all these big promises. This is right when election is about to be called. You understand? There will be a $200 million to kickstart the Hope for Children Trust Fund. NHT loan limit is now up to $9 million for individual contributors starting July 1st. Minimum wage has now been increased from $15,000 to $16,000 per 40-hour work week starting July 1st. 200 young people are targeted for cultural apprenticeship program. National Rural School Bus Services coming soon. $1 billion solidarity program for 50,000 vulnerable Jamaicans. Wanna see how all of that sound? When you really talk like that, it sounds like under the Christmas tree full up of gifts. It sounds like somebody really care about you and just give you a whole heap of sitting. I have to say to myself, say, there's a part where he said, them have 5-point-something billion with a B US dollars sitting in reserve. So you know me, the first thing my mind said is then, sir, 5-point-something billion in a US sitting in reserve. Yes, that is in case of any emergency or anything like that. But then he went ahead and called it them lunch money and said that the PNP, People's National Party, will not be partying with our lunch money. So if it's an emergency fund for Jamaica, how the Ross is it your lunch money? But we know what that 5-point-something billion US dollars is in reserve for, right? All right, then. Let's crunch these numbers. So, in recent times, in 2023, minimum wage in Jamaica was 9,000 Jamaican dollars. Let me help you out real quick. That was your brothers and sisters working for $57.44 US dollars a week per 40 hours work week. I want to ask you something. Anybody can put you on the clock for 40 hours for the week and pay you $57.44? Eh? But through them say 9,000. Everybody said that's thousands of dollars. It's $57.44, man, or 45 cents. So him come now and him say, all right, we're going to go a big raise. The same time they gave themselves 150 to 300% raise on multi-million-dollar salaries. The people them start make nice. Them say, no, this look bad. So we have to give them a raise. The minimum wage is now raised from $9,000 to $13,000 per 40-hour work week. This was done in 2023, just the other day. All right, with election in mind. That raise took it from $57.45 per week. That $1,300 there is $82.99 per week. So again, anybody can put you up on one clock for 40 hours a week and pay you $89? Well, pardon my language, I'm going to get a bit disrespectful. Poverty is a hell of a thing. You see when the girl them a whore out themselves on a suck hood for 100 US from some foreigner, people really don't have nothing to say now. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh God, that is so ungodly and nasty and disgraceful and stuff. You never hungry yet? You ever hurt yet? You probably come from a country which part whole heap of food there. And you live by your people them land, so you're not too bothered. You ever go in some inner city community yet and see man and yam egg, because him have one fowl round there where lay the egg when him keep in our cub. And him eat egg, one egg the fowl lay him yam it for breakfast. One more him yam for dinner, because no one rob nobody and him can't get no job because of which part him live. Soon as him say him address them, say you're not hired or we will call you, don't call us. Yeah, Jamaica reality is different. So when you have the people that make, he raised it first in 2023 from $57.45 to $82.99. What did I want big raise that? Because it sounds good when you say from 900 to 1300, right? Okay, and then he went ahead again after them give themselves the 300% raise, and he raised it to 1,500 from 1,300. The people them say, yes, big raise that, you know. The 1,500, them, my friend, is $95.76. Still under $100 for 40-hour work week. Anybody can put you up on a clock in and come work for one whole last week of 40 hours for under $100. All right. Yesterday now, them ring out this one here. This is from 23 to 2024. 2023, we saw 9,000 to 13,000. 2023 to 2024, we saw 13,000 to 15,000. 2024 to 2025, them dropped yesterday. The new minimum wage, 16,000. is $102.14. $102.14 for 40 hours of work week. Now, you have to ask yourself, you think you can buy a car with this kind of money? You think you can ever afford to own your own home with this kind of money here? You know, see, a public transportation you have to go take, and even that expensive. You think you can't even afford to go work and come back home and have something left to put in at the bank and take care of your family with this kind of money here? I've had Jamaicans who are business owners that call this channel. That's why I'm not answer the phone right now, because of them usually call about this time, because it benefits them to have a low minimum wage bracket, because that's where they're going to pay their employees while they get super rich. Everybody almost who goes into business, it seems like their goal in business is to get rich. Okay, that's common sense. I would want to get rich too in business. But when you look at the slave wages you pay your own people in order to keep yourself rich, you can't get mad when people want to start trying to rob you on them something that they had it. Because them can't get it no other way. So we have to even the playing field a little bit. So all this bragging about minimum wage raise on a 300% over 9 years. This is the same leader who gave themselves 150 to 300% raise and told us when we complained as a people, so you know, so we still have we are work for less than $100 a week, 40-hour work week. They looked at the people and said, you want government to do their jobs effectively? Well, we can't do our jobs effectively if we are underpaid. Oh, so the people are claffy because they must do their jobs effectively while being grossly underpaid. You have multi-million-dollar salaries that you just gave yourself a raise on to get more millions, and tell the people them say you can't run the country effectively if you are underpaid. You said that to somebody who worked less than $100 for a 40-hour work week, and your salary in the millions. Jamaican people, you know, it's sad to see, and I guess it's because I'm getting older now, because you always hear this stuff when you grow up, right? When you grow up, you always hear say, yes, election time again, politics time again. Every year should be an election year, because boy, the whole heap of promises them and the whole heap of sinting them, with them a give away minimum raise again. House are going to get by for poor people again. Multi-million, billion-dollar program for underprivileged youths again. This, that, and the other again. I want Jamaican people to remember, say, I wrote this just so I could remember to read it here. All right? I want you to hear what the Prime Minister said first, and then I want you to hear what me have to say on this. Here is what he said yesterday.
Has been placed a year of decision. Yes. This is a year when you will be called upon to make a choice.
Listen.
For the first time, a prospectus has been placed before you. Not a manifesto. Not a promise of what we intend to do. Amen. But a prospectus. Amen. A dissertation of what we have done. For the first time, you have a rational basis on which to judge options. The choice of selecting a government is always an emotional one. Sometimes it can be as emotional as your connection to a football team. But the consequence of supporting the wrong football team cannot compare to the anguish that you will suffer if you support the wrong government.
Not this time.
I have stood in this parliament and I have given the history lesson of Jamaica's economic experience. I have given you the information on which you can make your rational decisions. I urge every Jamaican in this year of decision to choose wisely, choose rationally. I urge you as I close, choose Jamaica. My fellow Jamaicans, this is...
Choose Jamaica. All right. Hear this. I wonder if Jamaicans will remember how they gave themselves $300 raise or 300% raises while giving them, the people, pennies. Will Jamaicans remember that most of our beaches are private? You can't access them because they have been sold out to foreign entities. Will Jamaicans remember that we still have water shortage in many districts and areas, even though we are an island that is surrounded by water, and our slogan is Land of Wood and Water. Will Jamaicans remember that murder in Jamaica has become a sport, and we comfortably do over 1,000 every year, never missing a year. And the Minister of National Security got a hefty pay raise for doing nothing, while there is still no system in place to catch killers more efficiently, more effectively. Will Jamaicans remember that our healthcare system, that most Jamaicans exist on a wing and a prayer, because most hospitals in Jamaica for the public, they don't have the necessary equipments to save lives. And if something really bad happens to you, then you better make up a GoFundMe and you better make it to the USA for treatment or you will die. Will Jamaicans remember that all this building and infrastructure building talk is them building highways, pretty highways I might add, leading to these resorts and building new resorts for tourists, most of whom dollars will leave the island of Jamaica, but the rural roads where regular Jamaicans traverse daily are in shambles. And most of these new houses being built, most Jamaicans cannot afford them anyways. Will Jamaicans remember that what cockpit country means to the survival of the island? It is Jamaica's lungs, like your lungs is to your body. And what stands to happen to cockpit country in the future under certain people's leadership? Will Jamaicans remember that more guns and more drugs has hit Jamaica now more than any other time in Jamaica's history? And someone promised along the way that peace and safety will be so good and in abundance that we will be able to sleep with our windows and our doors open. But they did not deliver that at all, not even a small portion. Instead, the people are more in fear now than ever before. Will Jamaicans remember that there are big loans that have been taken out in your name, that you, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will be paying these loans back, while these guys ride off into the sunset with multiple bank accounts filled with millions? This is a year of decision, right? And we will see if Jamaicans remember or if they easily forget. That's all I have to say about that. Gathered my thoughts, put it in writing, and delivered. And I have nothing else to say. Anytime I say anything, I see some people jump up about JLP this, PMP that, me a show off in life, me a this. Go back and listen to this part of the video that I just read out, because those are all points of concern. Those are all points where I can sit and even debate with somebody with facts. Those are things that never got better. Matter of fact, seem to have gotten worse. And these are the things that actually benefit Jamaicans. We will have to see. Like I said before, me don't tell Jamaican people who to vote for and what to do next, because, you know, me not in a them fight. We'll just have to watch people go through. Like we're doing now in the US, we're watching people get what they voted for. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm managing.
I see.
You know, it just made me feel really emotional. Because when I say I hate Andrew Holness, I hate that man. Because all this time, it's, you know what it remind me of? It remind me, you ever hear about those parents who abuse their kids and use food to abuse the kids? And when the kids so-called not behaving, then take away the food. And when they do something they want to manipulate them, then give them food. Just like the sexual abuses.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Yes. Yes.
When you said now them are 16, what 1,000 extra can do for somebody in Jamaica?
Exactly.
What can 1,000 Jamaican dollars do for somebody in Jamaica? I hate these people. And when it comes to that word, I don't use it lightly. I don't carry it, but I hate them.
Them wicked.
They're
wicked. Yeah. Plain sight too.
That my people don't value themselves. And they let me fucking manipulate them. They hurt my heart. They hurt me.
The hurt is that the people them not waking up. Not true.
I tell you, I really talk to them. Them cuss you.
Yes. That part there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That hurt me because I love my people so much. And they come like they don't love themselves enough. You know what I'm saying? I see a hospital in Jamaica where people are lying around cardboard. I've been to Africa, I've never seen nobody on cardboard. All in the village, I've never seen nobody lay on cardboard in the hospital. In Jamaica, they lay upon cardboard because there's no bed. Huh?
And
come on,
man, I feel what you're saying, every word of it.
It hurt me.
Yeah.
See that people just like turn fool and let people use them and manipulate them. My God. It hurt me, man.
God no. Now, my question is this, and I'm sure you're asking the same question, my sister. Listen, where did all this stuff suddenly come from to give to the people them?
They had it all this time.
They had it all this time.
They pulled it up.
All right.
And watch the people suffer for years.
All right.
When the other day when that young boy killed his cousin and the fire picnic them, Andrew Holness and his posse go and rub up and hug up that woman and promise her the world and the moon and the stars, the mother.
Yep.
And nothing ever come out of it. And I said to myself, Mama, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get nothing, and you're not gonna be the last. They're a wicked man. And our people don't get up and revolute them, just sit there and take it.
And just take it.
My God, man.
Yeah.
Get up and fight.
Why? I try to talk to them, I get some breeder cussing and life-threatening and all these things. That's why you hear me say me back off of it.
You all live good, me all live good. It's
right.
Then we'll fight for you.
Right.
It's then we love you more than you love yourself.
That part. That part.
And you are cuss me, you want to hurt me to advocate for you. My fridge full. I'm not right. And you me I worry about.
It's sad.
You know, it hurt me, man. It hurt me.
It's sad.
It hurt me, God no. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it just hurts. You know? It's like somebody you love and you just watch them just go back to the abuse again and again and just them punch up them face, them kick them in their stomach and then go back up. It hurt, man.
All when you offer them help, all when you tell them how to escape, how to do better. Yeah, them turn upon you.
Oh my God. All right.
All right, my friend. Take it easy. Why? Quite a bit emotional. I feel the same way. One of the saddest things for me is actually seeing, like, we are that people. We're the people them wanna take foolishness. We're the people them where fight for what we want. We're the people them where people can't clown we out for too long before we change up the thing. And I'm wondering where that part of us went. You know, as the Prime Minister was reading off this long list of stuff that is now promised and is coming and all this other stuff, I said, this is the same friggin' playbook again. Nobody sees this. They're actually rejoicing that they're getting more promises. And when the man said how much them sit down pan, I said, damn. I go Clarendon the other day, you see? And when me tell you, say, the people them car, the people them nice vehicle, them a mash up in the man. Hold on the caller. When me tell you, say, the people them nice vehicle, them a mash up in the car. If you ever see them road that I'm talking about, even the brother that I borrowed the vehicle from, when me tell him which part I was going, he said, oh God. And him talk about the conditions of the roads in them area there. Y'all might have seen some bad road, but you never seen road like these. This is how Jamaica road get the worst and the worst. And the sad thing is those things, I remember I know people drive on this on a daily basis, transporting people back and forth to get kids to school, mothers and fathers to and from work, you know, who them call higglers or sellers or entrepreneurial business people who fill up the marketplace to get their goods back and forth, etc. The people then probably spend just as much amount of money to fix their vehicles. Those roads have been like that since I was a kid. I'm in my 40s, a grown-ass man. And me can tell you, from my words with my foot on the ground and seeing my 2 eyes, them road they look like that from me at them age there. 6, 7, 8, 9 years old all the way up till now. And still look the same. And every time I say something, me hear people say, that means that it look so under PMP to then. Huh? Nobody come blame Andrew because same way PMP them do have it. You know, say so yourself. Say from way back when. Okay. So that means nothing not gonna get done then, because anything we frig up now that them not fixing, it did frig up already under PMP, so left it so. That's the excuse? That's the excuse. Jamaican people have to do better for themselves. The people have to do better for themselves. I don't hurt when it's time to buy my kids clothes for go back to school and all the necessary things them need for them extracurricular activities, who have dance, who have football, who play an instrument, who do this, who do that. Me not hurt. Like the sister says, y'all we looking out for. And it's the people who can afford to actually shut up and don't say nothing. I say to you, a lot of those houses they're building in Jamaica, and I tell you about new houses, building and affordable housing. Go and look at the housing that they're talking about and look at the prices they're talking about. No Jamaican where I walk regular can't afford none of them houses. They are gentrifying your island right in front of you with you on it. Because guess who can buy them houses there? People like me and others who have more money than me. And them are going to rent them out and use them for Airbnb or a next business, other kind of property. And then when we get old and decide, so we're ready to go back to Jamaica, go sit down, we go sit down in it and not rent it out no more and furnish it up the way we want. People like, if you look, most of those places are owned by foreigners. I told you all one time I flew to Jamaica and usually I schedule my trip ahead and pick where I want to stay and all this. This was a death in the family and quick funeral and my wife here fly down, so we end up at one place. When I learned that the person that owned the place I was staying in, because we had some issue with the place, and we're like, yo, we need the hot water to turn on and this, that, and the other, and kept having to go through this person to get to that person to get to this person. So I finally figured out the person who owned the place in South Africa, and just have somebody who come by and them couldn't get them guy to come by because they got party the night before. Because when him reach, you know, a typical Jamaican, him say, boy, you know, the season festive still, you know, so flow. Nah, like, I rode me there last night till this morning, so I'm tired and them something there, you know. But, yeah, man, me there now, so let me fix it for you and them something there. South Africa, the property owner is in And it's not a Jamaican. Because when I said I'm going to leave a bad review upon a place here, I'm the lady actually called. And her accent tells me she's not a Jamaican. By far. So I say all that to say this. If you don't see that they're gentrifying the island right in front of you, if you don't see that Jesse Gender's song Wayne did sing about from way back when, it's stuck in my head, them want to turn when mother them in a maid and with father in a gardener, the whole way I got turn servers in a these. Look how Jamaica full up all-inclusive now, and every day is a new one going up, all these big sprawling hotels and all that. And you have all these people leaving university and with their degrees and their higher education going to work in those places. You're serving foreigners. Call them foreign dollars more. So that are them plan for you. Yeah? It's a new plantation. You have to come serve in the hospitality field. You can cook food downstairs and say you're a chef, or you can be one of them who make up the bed them in this 500 room big establishment that is beachfront. And all that salary the way you make from that, you can't afford to bring your family there and say, make we take a week vacation and lock into one of these all-inclusive. Can't afford it. But no, you can't afford it. Leaving school to go to serve in hotel and call centers. Yes, ma'am. Great goodies. That's their plan for us. When Jesse Gender said it years ago, Jesse Gender has passed away. He wasn't even that prominent of a name. A lot of people don't even remember who he is. But he had a song, and in the song, those words were in it. And this that's happening now wasn't even happening like it is now. And you know when you used to dismiss what the Rasta them say, but to be here long enough on earth to see it actually come to fruition, Mr. Ross, the Rasta man, did I try to tell you this from a long time. They them soon start colonize up the island, you know, brother. Every beachfront lock off and owned by a private entity, you know, if you can't afford to go in one of them all-inclusive sprawl off place here, paying your US dollars. If you can't afford it, you're not going to be able to access most of the beach them down here soon, you know. All these things were being told to us, you know, from a long time ago, you know, 20 odd years ago, you know, and we were taking no note of it, paying no attention to it. So fast forward now 20 plus years and look for what go on, you're like, damn, this wasn't planned all along. They just found the person who actually really want to do it. Like, yeah, man, this for sale. Oh, over there, so that for sale too. You want that one there? That's for sale too. Oh, you want this? So that is for sale too. Listen, everything here is for sale. Come on in. Why you think when Bojo come on, Bojo saying, country for sale, apply within. Now, could they tell me what I want? Why you sell out everything? What y'all thought he was just writing rhymes and making nice songs? Jamaica people better wake the Ross up because you will be no more soon. Yeah, cheap Ross labor, different kind of slavery because it don't require shackles and chains and whippings. It's, how should we say it now? It is an economic thing. Economic thing. I made a video and told you years ago, I said the takeover, the gentrification and the takeover is not going to be fast like you think it is. Oh, they're coming in planes and sending drones and they're at the airport and they're coming to take over. No, it's a slow and steady pace. A slow and steady pace until you're no more. Until your culture gone. Your grandparents and great-grandparents place them, bury them grave there and build something on top of it. Gone. The land on which you grew up, the land that your great-grand left behind, gone. When you go there, you're going to hear some people talk, hello, you all right, love? Yeah. You know, I'm here on vacation, you know. This is our Jamaica home for a vacation. We don't really live here. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Blessings, family.
Manners and respect, my brother. Blessings. What go on?
Yeah, man. Me there talk with I watch it. So there, me tune in. I'm like, Fox that we can call and talk to, isn't it?
Same.
Look at this. Too much politician when they serve in Jamaica and them family, you see if I get buried down there, I still live in Jamaica.
Them flash as soon as them terms up and them collect them bag of money and thing.
Yeah, them gone.
Yeah. Them cut.
And that everybody if look on that, we are Jamaican if look back. How much of them live on the island actually there and suffer with it? If nothing go around, them can step in place at the people and say, hey, me used to in a power and me say this and I don't like it. I saw you have to do to it. None of them.
You know why, bro? Because all the infrastructure, all the real things that they were supposed to put in place, them never put it in place, not even when them did in a power or after. So stuff like this simple stuff. Listen, any country where can't take care of them sick, them elderly, and their disadvantaged crowd is a country that's going downhill fast and it's going to hit rock bottom one day, big time. So them people they already know say, may I get up in an age, you know. Me have my money and thing. Listen, what happen if me have a heart attack in the middle of the night? What happen if my wife have diabetes? What happen if she's suddenly going to a shock? What happen if my son need help for this, that, and the other? Them a move go places where they have everything at their fingertips, which they should have put that system in place in Jamaica for Jamaican people. But them no say no dead it. Them no say no dead it. So that's why them left. And everybody we elect as leader, hold on there. Everybody we elect as leader seem to have the same mindset. Got the country, thief as much as them can, accumulate a great deal of wealth, and then get out the way and make somebody else do it too. Which is stupid. That seemed to be the agenda. So
when bring down the country.
Yeah, but them not care. Because them say the people them before them do it.
Well, I know. But listen, when you say I'm born Jamaican, them are born Jamaican, right? So far.
Them not care, brother.
That means that any pitney them have grand pitney. Anywhere you go in the world. You see what I go in America, you know?
Yeah.
Any one of them countries can say, yo, you know what? I don't like how the people them are move and say, now time for to go back on the yard. Revoke everything. Where you pitney them are going to happen there.
No, that not gonna affect them. That not gonna affect them. They are systematically putting their children in positions of power, my friend. Them and make sure so them pick the rich beyond measures. So that not going to affect them. Even if foreign fling them out and say, move, you can't be here no more. They will still come back to Jamaica and be at the top. And still be at the top. They will be among the untouchables still. Yeah.
True.
Why? It is what it is. It is what it is. The people them just have to wake up here, so. Yeah, that part there.
Amen. If even 2 of them or 5 of them, they say, you know what? Give that 300% raise to the police and the doctor them. You know how much good that do?
Yeah.
And nobody said that. Everybody, come on, give me, want it.
That part there.
Yo, blessings in a
manners and respect, bro.
Yeah, man, respect.
That part there. Get that to the. Me already make millions and millions. Get that to the teacher them and the nurses and the doctor them. Cause the whole of the nurse, doctor, and teacher them gone. Them are runway. Them are go England. Them are go Canada. Them are go try retain somebody. I don't see how somebody actually never think of this. Or probably they did, but them just can't say it because them have to be a part of the clique and the crew. It's a concerted effort. And they move in groups. And them thief the money in our groups. Come on, man, look at Usain Bolt's money. Usain Bolt the other day donated millions of dollars again to his alma mater and to other programs. And me did for mention it yesterday, because wifey tell me about it yesterday. But I said, damn, I didn't have Usain face on the icon I made for the video, so I don't want to mention it without having face there. You know, say, if I did me, like how them do all Usain, me sorry, but nobody couldn't get $1 back from me, and I don't business if I have 100 million US. You still couldn't get $1 back from me down there, so you know. Because right now, guess what they're gonna say? I tell you, so the boy have a whole heap of money. Watch that. We thief millions from him and him still come donate millions. I donate him, you know, give him to you know. You think him would have give we a check? We take him money gone already. We have with people them in place to make sure say none of we not getting in trouble for it. We good. They're nasty, man. They're nasty. Back to this politics thing though. I'll say this to my Jamaican people one more time. You have a lot at stake. And a lot of you are caught up in a lot of you are caught up in entertainment. You know? And TikTok and cuss and salacious stories of who said what and who asleep with who for husband and who take who for man and you're being distracted. You're being distracted with foolishness while everything is being taken away from you and you can't see it. And that's why the sister was crying when she called earlier. It made me feel for cry because it's sad to actually watch it happening. It's sad to watch it happening. It's sad to watch how you're being abused, molested even. And you just take it. And you not say nothing. And then you complain to each other. So me no say it's a problem because me hear the complaints. You complain to me. You complain to other people. But then when it comes time to actually do something that can change this thing, when you go back and do the same thing we keep on right there, so like you want more right. It's like you want more of it. And anybody who try to speak up and try to lead you in the right direction or show you another point of view or then become your enemy. For trying to uplift you or trying to save you. Because saving you, me I save myself too, you know. Because I am you. Now I see why. Check this out. Now I see why when our people, a lot of them get some level of success in life and earn certain things, they separate themselves from the rest. Now me see why. Because it's hard as hell, boy. You know that whole climb up the ladder, you reach and pull the next one up. No, reach back and them a pull you down hard. You have to fight to go back up. Instead of saying, pull me up, thank you. It's hard. It's hard. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey again.
Hey, family.
The sister that was crying got me crying too.
Why?
Feel the same way.
Yeah, I feel the same way too.
I'm hopeful that you could speak the truth deep enough and clear enough that our people will hear. What is blinding us and keeping us stuck? Arrogance and ignorance, self-imposed, deeply embraced. Not saying it from an angle of condescension. We don't know what we don't know. That's the ignorance.
Yeah.
But that deep arrogance comes from a knowing that we are powerful, but we are not embracing that knowledge on a spiritual level. We are interpreting that strength in a way that it manifests as arrogance. But it's a deep spiritual knowing that we are powerful.
Yeah.
That gets mixed with the ignorance and manifests as arrogance. If we could teach some of the things from the art of war with that removal of the ignorance, we might have a chance. Because the warfare nowadays is not like warfare of yesterday. The warfare is the art of deception, playing with our egos, since our egos are so large and we're arrogant with it. They know what buttons to push, and they've already claimed the land. But the thing about the land is, you can't own land. The land is a living entity. It's a being unto itself. So they want to exchange monies for it and charge us for being on. We can turn that around, but we have to remove the ignorance, study the art of war. Not the physical violent.
Right.
But the spiritual, metaphysical aspect of warfare. It's about convincing you what I want you to believe without you even being aware. The art of deception. Every Jamaican must learn that. The art of deception. Trusting our instinct and putting our pride in its proper place. We're proud. We will never lose that pride, but we have to know how to temper it and when to apply it.
Yeah.
We're so prideful. We're allowing these people to steal and take every bloody thing from us.
Let me ask you this.
Lineage die stuck in that pride and arrogance and ignorance. So please try and teach all, especially the young ones. Try to share especially your knowledge, military background. You know all of this. Please share more. I'm gonna shut up now.
All right. Thank you for calling back.
Okay, good. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
You see, here's my thing, right? I have children of my own to raise. This job requires a selfless individual, probably even somebody who is willing to risk their life and leave their children behind. If you want to get real. You know, yesterday when we were talking about the guns, right? I actually said it to a couple of people yesterday. I said, just the conversation around talking about let me draw you into something. There's always covert operations going on. When you mention my military background and say certain things, don't think ears and antennas did not just go up and arrows are pointed this way now and people are now paying special attention to over yes or no, right? Am I willing to sacrifice myself for a people and leave my children behind fatherless? Fuck no. I wouldn't even say it, pardon my language. Straight up, fuck no. Right? This requires a selfless individual. Why do you think I don't go too deep into these conversations? There's enough on the surface to feed everybody already. But absolutely these conversations could be explored way deeper and there's way more information to give out. I'm not going to be the one to do it. And I'm not going to be the one to do it because I realized a long time ago that the people you are trying to uplift will actually be the people who will kill you, wipe you off the face of the earth to please the people you are trying to save them from. My children need a father. My family needs me. There's only so much, and I know what to do and say and what not to do and say. This platform right here, once you let's be for real. Everything and everyone is monitored. Once you start using certain words, phrases, and saying certain things and tackling certain topics, just know they're at your windows and they're on your doorsteps. The people them who you're trying to wake up will turn around and say, yeah man, him used to chat enough all the time. Remember SouFlo? You remember him used to come on the boy, brother, used to have some good pointing about him, did chat too much. Yeah man, if him did shut him out, him would have still there. So guess what me do? Me shut my mouth so I can still there here. Because there is another side to it. I just said to somebody yesterday, you know, the person said, you should do more topics like these about the guns and stuff like that in Jamaica. Why you think I was talking to you yesterday in parables, even codes? And I was saying stuff like, I have cell phones and I manufacture cell phones, and all I'm concerned about is I've made this great cell phone. How much can I get paid for this cell phone? Because if I make a lot of money off it, I can buy yachts and private jets and mansions and fly the world and be. That's all I'm concerned about, is how much I can sell my cell phones for. I found a market for my cell phone. This market says I could get 50,000 of these cell phones sold every year. Just put my price on it. Oh, I'm rich. Here comes this dude over here. All bad information about my cell phones and who's buying them and how they're affecting people's lives negatively in one part of some country somewhere. What you think I'm about to do? Stop my money? Give up my yacht, my mansions, my children going to private schools, my private jet lifestyle for this person and his big ass mouth? Mention my damn cell phones again and I'll send the wolves for you. And then you don't speak no more. And then others who watch you will say, you know, see, because I used to talk about us, me not touch them topic there. I talk about something else when me can't stay alive and be with my family. Y'all be asking people to do a lot. But when time them dash away, it's on to the next and nothing changed. Yeah, that part. So, with that said, we're going to leave that right which part that there. And we're going to get into a much lighter topic. Best believe that the algorithms have keywords and they target. Kartel Empress, we've been trying to tell them this from the longest. By the way, for the people them who are, if you're a green card holder, even if you are a citizen, please hear this. If you're a naturalized citizen, not somebody who was born here, this is off that topic and more onto immigration. I was doing some reading, digging, researching yesterday, putting some content together. And I thought that this was important for you to know right away. If you are a visa holder, a green card holder, or a naturalized citizen, not somebody born here, not born citizen, that them different. Them can't send them go nowhere. They could make their life hell here though, but they can't send them nowhere. But you see, you who naturalized, they can swipe yours now too. Pay attention close to what's going on. And I've been telling y'all for years, I say, you see this little cell phone here where you have, especially if you're a person that jump on planes, go through TSA and other checkpoints and get off and come back on and stuff. Pay close attention. Now more than ever, they're grabbing your phone. Now more than ever, they're telling you crack that phone open. Now more than ever, you think you can hide stuff in here. This right here is going to be the reason why some people were a green card holder, were a citizen. This. Read between the lines. All right? And we've been telling you that for years, before even now. I saw it yesterday, and the way it is phrased, it can be easily weaponized against you. Naturalized citizens, green card holders, visas. Green card holder and visa, you're at the bottom of the food chain. Let me just tell you that right now. You might just want to be super extra careful right now. Naturalized citizens, you hold the blue book, don't think you're free. Don't think you're free to do. You in there too. All right. Me drop off the message just before me forget. We're going to go on to some lighter stuff now this morning, though. This is music and entertainment segment. Before we go there, though, since I have Donald Trump on the icon for the video this morning, and it was a part of what we were going to talk about, I'll do big up yourself, Missy Brom Brom. I told my naturalized citizen years ago, one particular one who told me that they flushed their Jamaican passport down the toilet. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Donald Trump orders a plan to dismantle the education department while keeping some core functions of the education department. I'm not even going to dwell on that too long. The dismantling of the education department is coming. It is going to more than likely take an act of Congress to actually make it happen. So on one hand, I don't want to say don't panic, because you know how Congress is set up now. People have been put in positions to yes, a lot of things that are happening before you. That is why things are happening that you thought could never happen. So yesterday he signed an executive order calling for the dismantling of the U.S. Education Department, advancing his campaign promise to take apart the U.S. Education Department. The order says that the Education Secretary will, to the maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return authority over education in the United States of America to the states and communities. So there will be no oversight for each state. Each state, you know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds you, if you're thinking, it reminds you of the Jim Crow era type of time. We're not stay on that topic here too long. We're about to jump into the Bounty Killer Vybz, Kartel, and DJ Khaled link up, and then the Alkaline new project called Earn Your Way, and that's what's going to take us out this morning. But let me just say this. For those of you who are living in America, I'm living here. I have children. All my children are in school at some level, and I have 6 of them. So is it a concern for me? Yes. I'm sure there are many out there who are listening, watching this, and it's a concern for them too. What amazes me is the people who will be affected the most are the people who are the people who voted for this and who are calling for this the most. That part. Kind of like the same thing that's going on in Jamaica when you look at the political landscape. People voting against themselves. That's why I said both in America and in Jamaica, I'm just going to have to sit back and just watch people get what they vote for. My mindset now is work your ass off. Shut up. Invest. Save. Build a safety net around me and those closest to me. And leave it at that. Because in a little bit, it looked like it's going to be every man for himself. And in a little bit, it looks like those who voted for certain things are definitely going to get a full taste of what they voted for. So here's all I'm going to say. I don't want to hear no Ross crying when what you voted for starts coming down the pipeline. One more time. I don't want to hear no Ross crying when what you voted for starts coming down the pipeline for you. All right? You take that. You enjoy that. You'll find out in a minute what that means if this goes into effect and the education department is closed down, dismantled in the US. Holy Palm not gonna find out. Moving right along though to our much lighter topics. It was a beauty to see yesterday Vybz Kartel, Bounty Killer, and DJ Khaled link up in one place. They were in a recording studio. They released a video to public. I saw Bounty shared it on his IG, and then I saw DJ Khaled share it as well. Bounty Killer and DJ Khaled and Vybz Kartel in a studio in one place. I can't imagine the energy and the vibes that was in there. But bigger than that though, I can't imagine the kind of music that they are making in there. They teased us, because I'm looking at the screen. I try to turn up the volume because I'm like, my damn phone volume stop work now. I want to hear that tune with them I work on, man, because Bounty the Dept on the mic and DJ Khaled and Kartel are going with themselves, and I want to hear the song. And they gave us just them in the studio with no song playing or nothing. So whatever it is they're creating is under top secret until it is released, which is going to be a beautiful thing, I'm absolutely sure. What I want to see, though, is DJ Khaled has the pull. And I want to see DJ Khaled use his links to bring in people for collaborations. Like, what would the musical landscape look like for summer 2025 if we got Rihanna, Vybz Kartel, summer song? Remember when Riri did Work, Work, Work? What would the musical landscape be like if we got a Rihanna Vybz Kartel summer song? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Vybz Kartel Bounty Killer combination with a DJ Khaled on it. But DJ Khaled is not an artist. What if DJ Khaled reached out to somebody like a Justin Bieber? See, where I'm trying to go with this, remember the song that I told you, Summer Turnover Nans. May I tell you, because remember, you know, Bounty worked with No Doubt before. If we should fast forward into like today's generation, I would throw a Justin Bieber in there on a dancehall rhythm. Just like Justin Bieber did that song that I thought was a Jamaican that did it. And the first time I heard it, I was driving in the car and I said, yo, whichever Jamaican this is, just get ready to be rich because this song is about to be huge. I just heard it. Only to go home and look it up and look on computer screen and say, is a Justin Bieber on a dancehall rhythm. I was like, damn, why couldn't a Jamaican have thought of that? But I would throw a Justin Bieber in there. There are a couple of other names out there that are prominent that are associated with DJ Khaled that I think he could pull strings. Yeah, we want to see a Bounty and a Kartel, but we can't get that anytime. Right? I know there's a Busta Rhymes Kartel coming already. I know that there's a wife that coming there. There's a Busta Rhymes Kartel collaboration already. Collaboration already. I want to see more of something different. Hello? Is this about one? No, he's not. Okay. Every last day, this man called me about some insurance, something and whatever. I tell him, take me off your call list and then call back again. I should be able to sue people for that. But the vision alone is mind-blowing. Nans, yeah, with some top videos, right? But Rihanna, because remember, Rihanna hasn't really put out music in a while, right? So Rihanna with a Vybz Kartel, oh my God. That would be a Barbados, Jamaican, to the world, done in America type of. That would be sick. I just know it would be sick. Beenie Man get his visa too. I seen him on a big flyer with Barry Hammond for 2014 in Brooklyn. Oh, Reggae Girl, you must be late. Beenie Man Ben had his visa. Beenie Man had his visa before Bounty Killer, before Vybz Kartel got back their visas. Beenie Man had his visa. So when Beenie Man was saying, when Beenie Man got his visa and he's over here in the US doing his thing or whatever, I saw him walk through the airport. And when he walked through the airport, one person yelled out, "Beanie Man!" And that was it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Me again. I apologize. Didn't mean to put you in jeopardy in any way.
Oh, no. It's all right. And we're on to another topic now.
But everything you said in the response is so beyond valid. I did not mean to cause any disruption anywhere on any level.
Absolutely fine. You are all right.
All right.
All right.
Please, thank you for the insight.
Manners and respect.
All right.
All right.
Right back at you. Thank you. Much love.
Much love. All right. Yeah. That's my dream collaboration for summer 2025. If DJ Khaled could pull this off. Remember when he had all these people flying to his mansion in Miami, and you had the Rihannas came through, and you had the Cardi B's came through, and you had, now would be a good time for Cardi B and Vybz Kartel. I mean, Vybz Kartel has a big respect for Cardi B, and whether you like her or not, you know, she moved numbers, and she resonates with, or a demographic resonates with her that is huge, right? Sorry, I didn't hear your info on him, Reggae Girl said. Oh, no, Reggae Girl. It was just common knowledge that Beanie Man got his visa back before Vybz Kartel got his visa, and before Bounty Killer got his. That's why people were saying, damn, Beanie ain't happy for Bounty. You know, they used to be arch nemesis and rivals, and now they're good friends and whatnot. You see them going to each other's birthday party celebrations, doing stuff together and stuff. So you'd think he would be one of the first ones to be like, yes, Bounty get back him visa, and congratulate him publicly. And people are still waiting for him to congratulate him publicly. I don't know if he has. I haven't seen it by now. But still no public, yay, kind of thing. Again, another perfect example of how our unity is our strength, right? Beanie Man can go off and do a lot of shows and make money. Bounty can go off, do a lot of shows and make money. If Beanie and Bounty ever link up to recreate their clash, oh man, that would be epic. Just like if Mavado and Vybz Kartel ever link up to recreate their clash, that would be epic as well. So, you know, you can make your money on your own, but there's a lot of bread on the table where unity is concerned. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Beanie that said congratulations to Bounty. Notice I said I haven't seen. That don't mean it's not there. I might have missed it, but I haven't seen it. And I just think that Beanie Man should be one of the first people to be like, yo, the general get him visa. Big up yourself, Bounty. 15 years. All right, come up and tear up the place now. Kind of thing. But what 5 Up 5 Below said earlier, you notice Buju Banton got his visa back. DJ Khaled sent the private jet. Vybz Kartel got his visa back. Khaled link him. Bounty got his visa back. Private jet, fly in. Beanie got his visa back. No link, no. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello?
Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
It's SouFLo. When you're doing your morning shout out, man, I never heard you talk about the postal workers, man. You gotta start showing up the postal workers too, man.
The postal workers?
Yeah, man.
Damn, they say y'all jobs are going away, man. Going to Amazon. What? Damn.
That would never happen, man.
Because Amazon won't be able to go. Well, nah, don't say it'll never happen now. I don't know. Or some Tesla something. But yeah, shout out to the postal workers.
Yeah, man. Moving forward, man. Every morning you should give us a shout out too, man.
The postal workers.
Yeah, man. Because we have a rough out here, you know?
Oh boy. But you know what? That's one of the jobs where before I joined the military, I used to say I want to do that because y'all got some good benefits as well that come with the job. But how long you been doing it?
7 years.
7 years? You're obviously Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, yeah.
Okay, so how you got into postal work here? So you have your good benefits and them thing there. How you got into postal work here?
Yes, how do I like it?
No, how did you get into it? Because I know you have to do like a whole heap of studying and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in. You gotta like do a lot of background checks and stuff like that.
Do they still do where you have to do a lot of studying?
Yeah, you gotta do a testing, yeah.
Yes, and it's very rigorous. I know that.
Yeah.
Well, big up to you, my friend. We are in everything, all right? And I will definitely start bigging up the postal workers from now on. Manners.
All right, respect.
All right, my brother. All right, so big up all the postal workers out there. Very necessary. Yeah. Yeah, back to this. Speaking about Bounty, Beanie, and Kartel, I just expect greatness to come. I definitely know for sure that, I don't want to say no for sure, but Bounty being at, I can see it happen already. They're going to end up at that show in New York. Busta Rhymes are going to dip on it. But Vybz Kartel can't do a Barclays in Brooklyn without Busta Rhymes. Busta is Brooklyn. You understand? So that is a given already. And for the people them who were saying stuff like on social media like, he ain't God, they crazy as hell. I ain't paying that much money to go see somebody. Man, listen, I was on Instagram yesterday and spent a little time on TikTok just browsing to see what's out there. And the amount of rotted videos I saw from people from New York, young people from New York, some of them were driving past the Barclays and pointing out the center and say, you know what's about to happen right here? You know what's about to happen right here, April 11th? You know, and then turn up Vybz Kartel music and stuff. And one girl was like, I don't know how that place is gonna hold everybody because that place too small for this event. So obviously it's gonna be something huge. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning.
I'm doing very bad.
You're doing very bad.
I sent you a letter with something in it, and it's very important, and I couldn't get you to let you know. It has a registered money order in it.
Where did you send? Oh, are you the person who said you sent it to my mailbox?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what? Life has been so busy for me, my friend. I haven't gotten to the... let me write this down and put it right on the computer screen. As we're done this live, I'm going down to the post office and checking the mailbox. I forgot.
Okay.
All right. I will go check the mailbox as soon as I'm done here.
Thank you.
All right. And then I'll be in touch. All right. I apologize.
Yeah.
Why? We need an assistant with one assistant. Just a lot of stuff. Flatbush locked. Crystal G said Flatbush locked. Busta is Brooklyn. So that show is going to be fire. That show is going to be fire. And you know, if Busta performing at Jamaica is much different from him performing at home in Brooklyn because his material is more understood right there in I'm yard. And then I could just see this going like the private jet leaves from Miami with, but this ain't gonna be no plane ride, no commercial plane ride. This is a private jet ride. DJ Khaled is definitely gonna be there. The jet are gonna lift off, cause that's how him travel. Kartel are gonna dip on it, and Bounty are gonna dip on it, and that's how they're heading into New York. I'm planning it in my mind like this is how it would be, right? If I was responsible for all this. But the amount of people I saw yesterday with video after video after video, I was like, damn, you can't pay for this kind of promotion though. Because you can't, you can't access people's mind, the general public and say, make a video and big up my thing. How many people you could do that for? Rihanna will be there, Mel. In my mind, I hope Kartel reach out to Black Rhino. Oh man. If our ox Lisa for fly in. You know another one I want to see Kartel link up with again? Vanessa Bling. Dedicating this one to yo, me see Vanessa Bling perform that song there, you see? One man to me, boom, yeah. One man, me can't sing them song because I don't have no pum pum and no one man to my thing, but a woman sang them there. But I seen her perform that song in front of a crowd will look like a stadium crowd. And the girl just stopped singing and go so with the mic. That's it. She started it off, dedicating this one. Me hear the Ross crowd, and she was like, I want to see her get past stage with Kartel soon. I don't know the extent of their relationship. I noticed that she hasn't been around him or hasn't linked him publicly, at least, since he got released. I don't know what going on there, so I would have loved to see him fly in Lisa hype for that Brooklyn something there. Come pick up a check, make an appearance. And definitely would like to see him bring Rhino, Black Rhino, to the stage. That would be dope. You know, say, if Kartel put Rhino on that stage there, you see at the Barclays, Ross, yesterday's price and today's price no more. Right now, Rhino probably a walk around in New York like a regular person. Come here, man, style him on everything already. Yeah? So, and you know how people stay already, right? Yeah, Rhino, them man they fall off, dog. Them man they are Brooklyn, them man they right with the rest away. Him not, they talk about him like that. That would change. That would completely change if him get to go up on that show there with Vybz Kartel at the Barclays. Man, we have bragging rights. You know why? Boy, I just shut down the Barclays with Vybz Kartel last week. Talk to me nice. That's not my price. My price. Rhino would have a different bargaining chip. Right there, so. And honestly, him deserve it too. That is one of my favorite dancehall artists too. I've said it over the years with no battery in my back and no bandwagon. I said a lot of the artists them took Rhino style and ran with it, and him never get no praise for it. So it would be nice to see the originator back like that. But speaking of, that's only wishing. We have to go wait and see what that was about. Me have to tell you right now though, anyhow him put right up on that turnover, believe it or not, Black Rhino still carry heavyweight in the dancehall circle, right? Flo Footer say Kartel fly jet blue compared to Bounty that fly private jet. Do you think Footer still a mad over Aishana, or Footer is just the definition of what a real waste man is? Yo, you have a problem, you know. And actually, it's right here on my paper. If you look right there, so it says, where is Beanie Man? And it says, did he congratulate publicly Bounty yet? Where is Footer? And Mr. Pull up Kartel now that he is in Florida with you and get a dub from him. Pull up on him now and work out the copyright infringement something for the straight. You ask me that. Listen. Footer is just, I don't know, Footer is just somebody will talk, keep him relevant, and that's what he does. I don't think there's much merit to a lot of the stuff where Footer be saying, but you know, him have his own set of followers as well. And even if him say bullshit, then believe it as gospel and truth anyways. So, I mean, big up to Footer in which part him there, but if you notice when some people shove out, others go inside or disappear. You know what I mean? I'm here, I've been there right outside of Florida. I'm in the streets of Florida. They say that until somebody who them did a chat enough about land in the same streets and then them disappear. You know, then it's squash song playing. Come outside now. Don't lock up in our house, so. Wake up, pussy, wake up. Yeah, it's touch and go, my friend. I don't know. I don't want to speak on that. I'm sure they could afford to fly private when they want to fly private as well. Who was it the other day? I'm in love with a stripper. What rapper name? T-Pain. T-Pain said, I fly commercial. T-Pain said, fly commercial. And they were roasting T-Pain. Oh, you broke. That's why you fly commercial. So T-Pain pulled up how much a private jet flight is. From his city to a neighboring city was 60,000. From his city to New York was 120,000 each way. And he was like, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to spend 120,000 to fly private jet? I have millions. So the next time they saw him, he was on a yacht, right? Big, nice yacht, no little boat. And he was like, I'm making this video from this is a yacht, my yacht. If you're not fly private jet, it don't mean you don't have money. A lot of people have money and want to keep their money. A lot of people had money and went broke, trying to impress broke people, right? Because if they don't see me flying private, then they're going to think I'm broke. So then we sold all of their money fly private, and now they broke for real. Hey, multi-millionaire by fly JetBlue and Southwest. I will be a multi-millionaire still flying JetBlue and Southwest. Me and you, Nance. Me and you. I don't see myself on no private jet. Besides, God forbid, if the jet goes down, I want enough people around me on it. You know, I always say if the plane is going down and I'll say me and wife in the planet, me I try bust a one session before we, land and crash up and mash up. I'm at least getting 2 stinky fingers or something. Do something before we go down go dead, because you going out, right? I want somebody there. We don't want to find no big jet by myself like this. Next thing they talk about, oh, we're going down. I mean, I have nobody when me can grab on pan them here and pull it out or Ross, we are going dead or nothing. I don't feel like a 2 breasts them. We are going, we're dying. Nothing. I don't have nobody to do none of that with. No, I don't want to be on no private jet. I don't care how rich I get. I don't want to be on a private jet. There was a movie out years ago, and the movie did have the movie was about a crew of people flying on a private jet, and then the pilot was like, "We're going into serious turbulence. This is going to get really bad. Watch someone to remember the movie. This is going to get really bad, guys. I'm asking you to strap in. Hang on. I'm going to get us through this." And then the turbulence hit like never before. Boom, bam, turn the airplane sideways and flip it back straight. If I've been through turbulence before, it rocked the plane like a bit afraid. This turn it sideways and flip it back. The second time it turn it upside down and flip it back right. You upside down in a plane looking down and scared. Everybody on the plane start confess now. Hoofa, wife, I say, I slept with your brother. I just had to let you know that before we die. I don't want to bring this to the grave with me. This a man I talk about. He's had how many years of fear with him secretary. I'm so sorry, honey. We are clear of conscience before we go down. And then it lasted for like a good 5 minutes, right? Where everybody afraid enough, broke off them fingernail and hold on pan seat back and these things. And then it evened out. And then the pilot was like, whew, thank God we made it through. All right, is everybody all right back there? you could hear how them say it? No, you could hear a rat piss on cotton because everybody was quiet. Everybody just a stare at each other with vengeance. What you say, doing, my brother? She's like, oh, your secretary. A little bit of turbulence, I start praying like a ball again, Christian says, Audrey. Boy, Audrey, I'm afraid I too. But, hey, you can't do nothing about it when you're up in the air. It is what it is. You just have to ride it out. See? I'm afraid I too, man. You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of these long flights. I used to like long flights. I'm afraid of long flights now and I don't know why. I used to like the long flight them to like Germany or from New York to Germany or from Miami to London or them kind of long flight. They flight 12, 13, 14 hours long flight. We used to like those because on those flights, you get 3 square meals. Okay? This is how you get served in a glass plate with a chalk plate, we call it then, with knife and fork, and you get all them things them used to like. But me don't know, me not like them flight there again. After me left on the plane for too long now, me start get paro. I'm like, all right, remind yourself, you're inside of a plane, don't go crazy. Relax. Order a bottle of wine. Drink the whole light fast. Close your eyes. All right, lay down. That's how long plane rides are now for me. That's why I love flying Florida, Jamaica. Especially if I leave out of Miami to Kingston, Miami to Norman Manley International, quick fast, reach on my yard. I want to visit Ghana, but the hours have me away. Why I want to visit Ghana, but them plane ticket, them blood fire. It ain't even really the hours. I'll do the hours. Actually, it's just organizing it. I think a group of us should do that, though. I think a group of us should organize and go touchdown in the motherland. I think Ghana or Nigeria, because our wife is in Nigeria. Nigeria, babe. Nigeria. Ghana or Nigeria first. I think we should do that. A group of us should do that and make it a trip, right? It sounds good. Sounds good, Nance? Yeah. We're gonna try put one together and make it a trip, because I gotta touch Africa. I was in the Horn of Africa on military operations, and I was in the Middle East on military operations, both war and non-war. So I want to go into Africa though. As a civilian, as a person who's just there to soak up some things. I saw the dungeon where I always wonder why people come out the other side crying. I'm super claustrophobic. Missy one dungeon where it's like you go down in a hole first, and then you straight peer underground, and then stop under the door in it, and it's hot, and you're getting sweaty. And I'm like, I would have to skip that part. I would have to skip that tour right there. I don't think I want to go through that. Or if they would permit me to just run straight through, I could do that. But for stopping there, and then me hear one lady bawl out, I was like, yo, they would have to let me out. I've heard that it is a life-changing experience, Nan said. Everybody who went through it said it. And then you come out to the side where the water is, right? And this is the last you will see of the motherland. You and your seeds will forever be, most of them will forever be separated from that soil. That's deep. Not just you, your seeds, your future generations. For those of us who have African ancestry, that is one of your ancestors' wishes, was that you returned to that land. And to think of it, how many of us have never been, and we go everywhere else in the world, and we could brag about a long list of places we've been or where we would like to go, but have never been to Africa. So yeah, we have to go work on that. Vincey Carib Chief, big up yourself. Thank you for being here, fam. Yeah, so we have to. Imagine me leaving Jamaica, right? And they're taking me away by force. And I know that this is gonna be me never coming back here. And I said to myself, I hope that my children, my children's children, my future generations who come from my seed make it back to this beautiful land, to see this beautiful land, to soak some of the energy up from the culture of this beautiful land. And then I'm off from Jamaica and I'll never get to go back. That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. So I think I owe it to those ancestors to actually touch down there in person as well. And I don't want to wait no more. I don't want to wait much longer anymore either. Casey says, I was in Kenya in January and it's a great vibe. It feels like I was born there. Damn. I know a couple of Jamaicans who are in Ghana. I know a couple of Jamaicans who have moved to Ghana. I know a couple of Jamaicans who have moved to Ethiopia. A couple of Rasta brethren, Ghana, Ethiopia, and they're not coming back. And then Missy Ethiopia and Ghana, and that's it. I don't know anybody else where, well, yeah, I know Tanzania as well. But all these are places I've never been. And I definitely want to go. Definitely want to go. We got to put this together. We got to put this together and make it there. Our last topic for the morning now is going to be Alkaline. Alkaline drops a new song and video. The new song and video is called Earn Your Way. I'm not going to play the music here. I want you to go on YouTube and I want you to look up Alkaline, Pay Your Way, and have your own opinions of the song and video. Here is my opinion, critique, advice, and big up and everything else. Right? Facts don't lie. People do. $1,000 raise when them get 200% raise. What a disgrace. The foolery they go on with. Other sides say they're gonna turn Bob Marley and Louis Bennett into hero. Why wait? Well, we're off the topic. Facts don't lie. You're way late. But I'll just crack this in a nutshell for you. $1,000 raise ain't no money. That $1,000 raise is a part of the trick. They're pretty much buying votes, but this is how you buy votes in a slick way. They could have given the people $1,000 raise a long time ago, $4,000 raise, $5,000 raise, and it still wouldn't do a dent. All right, and to the part where you said the opposition says they would turn Miss Lou and Bob Marley into national heroes. Why wait? Because they have to wait because they're not in power right now. They would have to be in power in order to do it. So once they get in power, Mark Golding is promising that would be on the list of first order of business as well. If that answers it for you. Patricia Jacobs says the closest I got was landing in Morocco to change planes. I plan to visit next year though, if the Lord says the same. You know, the thing about Morocco for me though is I don't really like, from me studying and looking at Morocco and Moroccan people and how they are with Morocco likes to pretend like they are a different part of, or it's not Africa. Morocco is just Morocco. And you know, it's the French Montana looking, biracial looking people who I've been around them and I've seen them treat black people, Africans, way disrespectful kind of way in comparison to. So there's an air of racism there kind of thing, or separation there that makes me not want to go. Now, John Legend and his wife, they go there pretty often and they said that's their best. But if you look at John Legend, he's what we call high color and his wife is not black. So that might play a part into it. Plus he has a lot of money. That might play a part into it. You know, that wasn't one of my places on my list to go to, though. And I know every time I say it, there are a bunch of Moroccans who said, man, don't be talking about us like that. We love everybody. They always say that. It's just like the Hispanic community. When you say to the Hispanic community, damn, the way y'all feel about black people, and not all of you, but it's... Yeah, why them hide the dark skin abuela? Lock her up in the closet. It's for the world don't know, say that's in your roots. You know, that kind of stuff. They always jump out at you and say, stop with that race stuff. We not like that. But then the same people will tell you we are like that. You know. So that wasn't my place to go. A group of 24 people. Oh, Sandra Cuello, that's a big group. Yes, I have a group, and we are going to Ghana for New Year's 2025. We're doing Afro Future Festival, a group of 24 people. The Moroccans act like the FBAs in America. Yes, Kaitai Jai Empress. Vincy Carib Chief says, my wife is Jamaican. You find a Jamaican woman. Ross, boy. I can't guess what your life is like. You're a strong man. You're a strong... Wait there, Vincy Carib Chief says my wife is Jamaican. I said, Vincy, you're a strong man. Me know already, I don't know you. Welcome to Jamaica, so Lulu Ridges. Yeah, Vincy, I laugh because you know something know it's true, right? You're a strong man. Boy, Jamaican women are some strong women, boy. They are. They are. Missy Bram says, Raga just did 30. He is going back April, and I want to go, but the time's not working out for me. Yeah, this is my thing about going to Africa. I want to stop making excuses. I want to lock in, and I want to just go. Because that's what it's going to take for us to go. For all of us who are saying, like, you know, my sister right here is saying the time just ain't working for me or whatever. You know, if you don't just lock in and just go, there are going to be excuses after excuses for years and years and years to come until you leave this earth saying, oh, one of my regrets was to make it back to Africa or make it to Africa, and I never did. So me just want to eliminate all excuses, just lock it in and move towards it. You hear, babe? Babe, you heard me? I said we need to stop making excuses about going to Africa. We need to just lock it in, build towards it, and make it happen. Right. All right. Yeah. I visited Jamaica and they love me, says Vincent Carib Chief. Vincent, what? I'm guessing you're from St. Vincent. Jamaican people are loving people, man. I might just come with you, Kaitai Jai, going. Yandy Smith has an annual trip, which has led to her and others establishing businesses there. This is what I'm saying. The new land of opportunity, the part of the world that is seen as this is what the future is looking like, it's there. It's there. So you have to get there and figure out how you fit in. But you are advised to first get there and see the place first. Don't just come there thinking, oh, I'm just going to go to Africa and open up business and be successful. And some people are daydreaming. I'm just going to go to Africa and start digging in the coal mines in Colton, and I'm going to be rich in resources and then suddenly be a multi-billionaire. So it's not like that. You have to go first and see where you fit in and see what you can bring to the table or something. And then, boom, jump back on it. You know what I mean? I've been hearing the drums call me a long time now. Africa. Not you alone, my friend. Not you alone. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
I was researching relocating to Africa. And I researched Lagos, Nigeria. And do you know that one apartment, like a one-bedroom apartment in Lagos, Nigeria, it is $900 US
a year
for the whole year,
right? Yes,
for rent.
Yeah, they said that. Listen, I have people that go there and they talk to me and they tell me stuff like, "Listen, man, the only thing is you have to pay stuff up front, and also the hardest part is getting there."
And having a job when you get there.
Right, have your means of income as well.
But the $900 that you spend for that whole year, you get a driver, taxi to drive you wherever you want to go. Your property, they come pick up your garbage, then take care of everything. That one bedroom look like a palace compared to anything here in the United States.
Can I make you want to go for a year and go try it out, not true?
Me said, guess what?
You have saved a whole heap of money, you know.
Already, I'm saving my money because I'm going to Nigeria to visit.
Beast Boy says, hey!
January of 2026.
Oh.
And I will be performing my music in Nigeria. That's my plan for this year.
Speak it and walk into it.
Oh, no, it's already in the plans. I've already started planning. I have people over there that I communicate with on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Speak it and walk into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Indeed.
So I just didn't want to share that with people. And people don't understand. The media lies to us about other parts of the world. Sometimes you have to go there to see for yourself that you have been lied to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if I keep you here, I keep your tax money here. So let me lie to you and brainwash you about other places around the world where you could financially sustain yourself and live a way better life. Think about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Now go back to that chat.
All right. Manners. I want to take us out of here with my take on Alkaline's latest project, but we have to finish up this neatly first. To piggyback off of what she just said, right? I'm going to give my African-American brothers and sisters some praise for this. See, Missy, who's that? Missy Brum Brum says they lie about Jamaica all the time. All right. Remember when they put out the warning and they put us to a level, I forgot how it's done, but they put us to a level where there's a level that says go, but be careful. Then there's a level that says go, but there are certain places you shouldn't. Huh? Level 1, 2, and 3, and then put it on 3, babe. Wifey, remind me. So they put us at the level where it says absolutely do not go. When they did that, right? Shout out to my brothers and sisters from here who are not caught up in that division BS. They flew to Jamaica in droves, okay? And they made so many vlogs. When you see them out at the road at night time, a party and a come from party by themselves and walking to their hotels, and then they went to this skating place that I didn't even know we had. And them out there and them a skate and them I said, we don't even have this where we come from in the US. And we out here in the middle, this is the middle of the night and nobody is bothering us. This is the Jamaica they were telling us to not come to at all and change your travel plans. It made us look so good. And I really appreciated that. You know, they do that. When I was growing up, we reached a part in our life now where we have to say when I was growing up and back in my days. When I was growing up, the only videos I used to see about Africa growing up in Jamaica on the one channel TV, then we didn't get 2 channel, was some little emaciated children who have some big bang belly from being malnutrition, all their ribs showing and flies slow motioning on their faces, and they didn't even have enough energy to swat the flies off of them. It would crawl into their eyes. It would go in the corners of their mouth. And we used to be like, damn. And as we grew up, it actually made us feel like, I don't ever want to go to Africa. They either eat people over there or everybody hungry to us and look like they're about to die. What am I going there for? And the whole time we were thinking that, guess who the Ross was going there and setting up shop? So now, fast forward decades later, who owns most of the resources there? So you see that the plan that they had from back then actually worked, right? Because it kept us away and they know the truth, so they kept going. And then they bought land and then they houses and then businesses and into natural resources, which is where real wealth is. Yes. Beast Boy, you remember those feed the children videos? Yeah. But yeah, man. So Marie's message is right. Start listening to people. Go for yourself. See what it is for yourself. And then your experience be your experience. Right? The barbaric narrative, Nance. How SouFLo remember those? You showing up the true age. Me a big man, friend. Me not hide it. I'm a big man. I thank God I've been preserved for so long. I told wifey, I said I would never dye my beard. I saw one gray hair in my beard the other day. I went and got some dye. I was trying to pull out the damn one gray hair and pull out a whole patch of hair around it. I was and the one gray hair just still turn up there. So I'm a grown man. I've been here a long time. I've seen some things, you know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to hide with age and try to look like no liquor boy neither. Liquor boy and have liquor boy time. Big man a big man. I must move like a big man. See? Meanwhile, our people are living like kings and queens. Yep. And we over here thinking they were over there full of flies on their faces and dying from malnutrition and stuff. So now that we know different, let's just go, man. Let's just go. I'm going to try to put something together and see. Give it conscious thought and see. I don't want... Remember to go check the mailbox. Keep this right. That's how fast I slid it under there. All right, my last topic for the morning. Nothing else. Cars that are glorified here are used as taxis there. Yes, SouFLo, the trick is, I think the worst hunger is babies with bones, deformed chicken. Makes me think Africa is somewhere I didn't want to go. And the Julie Tapper says, I used to support Feed the Children, and I wonder if that was a scam. It sure the hell was, because those people ride private jets off your money. It was. It was a scam. It was proven to be a scam. Last topic of the morning. Please go on YouTube, check out, and this is important for me, check out Alkaline, Earn Your Way. Leave your honest opinion. Here's my thing, right? I told y'all I kind of back off of doing the dancehall stuff because it comes with a violent audience of people who like to tell you about up under your mother and stuff like that. That's why I backed off, but I'll drop in every now and then and do something. Alkaline released a project. The project is called Earn Your Way. Let me say all of the above. The video, super clean. Nice video. Out to sea, on a yacht, beautiful women, sexy body woman, you know, gyrating up themselves, all kind of thing. What's not there to like? Close-up pictures or close-up view of his expensive jewelry and these kind of things, you know. All that at this point in the game, though, is a given, right? Alka been in the game for a minute. For all the Alkaline Vendetta supporters. Do I like Earn Your Way? Raw honest, the first time I heard it, it never resonated with me. I couldn't catch the cadence of it. I was like, and then I was actually watching it with wifey, listening, and she looked at me like this. Just that was her reaction to it. And that was exactly my reaction to it too, right? And then, you know, I woke up early this morning, probably tired yesterday from the beach and stuff. I woke up early this morning and I listened to it again on some bigger speakers and stuff where you can hear the bass line and thing. And what he was saying, and watch the video on a bigger screen, not my phone. And I was like, this is a nice video. And the song is cool. It's not no over the top. Yo, this is some hot. This I gonna run the sum of the place. It's like a project to fill the space. Is how I would put it. It's not a bad project. It's just a project to fill a space. It's decent. Let me check something real quick. Somebody just rang my doorbell. I'm checking, babe. Oh, it's a package. Yeah. They left a package out there. Them gone. All right. Yeah, that's what they tell us we're doing. Okay, so yeah. Alka thing is... This is my thing with Alkaline. And all his fans, please, I'm not throwing a big stone into the ant nest, into the wasp nest, so don't come try to sting me up. Alkaline is an artist that is summer 2025. I hope somebody take that advice here. DJ Frost or somebody else when work with before, maybe get with the genius or somebody with some wicked rhythm building skills. Y'all ever notice when an artist leaves Jamaica, it's like after a while them flavor fade if they don't return back to Jamaica. I'm telling you, Jamaica is powerful, especially where artistry is concerned. If you leave Jamaica too long as an artist and you don't go back and spend time and soak up some of the current, your things start water down. I know a lot of people will be like, I said, come on, but water down. The man thing, not lily, the man thing up there. So, when people can't take constructive criticism, because there's no disrespect in my critique. I like the new project, Earn Your Way. Something good for listen to, something for watch, have some motivational energy to it and some words in it. But for Alkaline as an artist, this is what gets me. Alkaline took on a badman, gunman persona. And once he took on the badman, gunman persona, it's like he never looked back. I want to hear songs like Perfect again. Remember Alkaline Perfect? You can write this down and go look them up. Look up and listen to Alkaline Perfect. I want to hear songs like Pretty Girl Team again. Pretty Girl Team. Pretty Girl with the body no good. Pretty Girl Team, Perfect. I want to hear songs like Champion Boy again. I want to hear songs like Fleek. Fleek was a monster again. Fleek right now, and if you notice, all the songs I called was from like 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago of Alkaline. Fleek right now sits at about 93 million views on YouTube. Almost pushing up to 100 million views. The badman persona they went take on, even this Earn Your Way, I ended up seeing gunshots fall into the floor, bullets fall into the floor, and then the same end it with like a gun in him hand or something. Listen, we all have guns now, man. And this gun narrative is just played out kind of thing. Marlon said, him not talk about gun. And the reason he don't talk about gun is because all his guns are licensed. And because him going to use them if him feel like him in danger. And he's not running nowhere when him use them. Because he was defending himself. So other than that, we don't have no gun talk to talk about. But I think it's okay if you want the 1 and 2 gun song here and there. But for me, it's like Alkaline stuck in a gunman mentality, like he must some mob boss / street dan / gunman type of thing. And, we roll easy and quiet and anti-social. And we have a gun power and we pop it off. And it's stifling. You know where I think his real talent is or where the hits are for him? Girl songs. Girl songs. If Aka start with the girl song them again, him gone again. So my message is going out like this. Bro, at 2025, summer is almost here. I know you about to have your big show in Jamaica, right? New rules going back to Jamaica again. Believe it's in June. Drop 2 girl songs with 2 nice video. Nobody talk about no more and the gunman and anti-social persona. Bring we back to the time of Perfect and Pretty Girl Team and Champion Boy and Fleek. And you say Fleek, you say Pretty Girl Team, you say Perfect. Bring we back to those. Champion Boy I did for the man them still. But bring me back to Pretty Girl Team, Perfect and Fleek. Bring that energy. And if you bring that energy, you might be on top of the game this summer, 2025. Summer is hot. This is when everybody who used to have to dress up in a big winter coat and, you know, long pants and all this stuff, them strip down. I be a shorts out the door and legs are showing and the woman them look pretty and, you know, everybody nice up and the man them get them regular haircut and braid up and whatever them do and everybody is out and this when the parties are up and beach events and this, that and the other. Give us something for that energy. Give us something for that energy there. And the next thing I gotta say before me end the video is you need to get back to Jamaica. Me know you run from the foolishness in Jamaica because you see how them do Mavado and he's close to Mavado. But you need to get back to Jamaica. Even if I figure lock up in a highly inclusive or exclusive location and soak up some current from the rock. You need to get back to Jamaica because you're missing something. And that's just how I feel. The new project, Earn Your Way, decent effort. Good project. I like the visuals. Don't so much like the delivery of the lyrics and all that. But I hear a thing that same way. Alright? I still like the song anyway. Just not this is it. You're not gonna see me say, me have to pen and paper this is gonna run this summer. Because it's not. I think one of your girl songs could be that though. If you drop some. See? That's how we're gonna leave it this morning. Manners and respect to each and every girl. Come here, read Vinci, Carib Chief, comment that says, my girl pretty. Flo, stop trolling. Alka can be back on top of the game. Him can do it, Jerome. Him can be back on top of the game, man. He can. He absolutely can. He has the talent to do it. Listen, this is how I get Alkaline in props for. Remember one time them did a war lyrically? Mavado and Kartel kick off. Kartel was behind bars. Mavado say, you know what? He's not even in a position for do nothing. No wifey position, but he's not even in a place where he can do anything. Like me can jump in the studio 24/7, reply right away. Him have to wait for water for order him step. You remember that? Any step you step on water, order your step. And then Mavado said something about I feel him friend them up certain things in the place and you know that. And when him do to Kartel wife and then buy him kids them some ice cream while him having woman pan him and make some nice cream and them kind of something there. Alright. Remember when time that's when we got the blind boy reference, right? Didn't you see how Alkaline responded in that? Alright. Him can stand up in a war, and not just war, he's lyrically talented. You have to give him that. However, it's going to take more than the song them when I drop now to put him back on the top of the game. And I definitely believe that him girl song them is where the sweet spot is for him. Some man, conscious song of them thing. Some man, gun song of them thing. Some man, ain't babe? I don't have the gunman thing. Alkaline of the... is it because I don't know is convincing? It's believable. Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying. I can't believe you're ending the live like this. Hopefully Sunday or Monday morning, we will be happier, says Gerald Pearson. Gerald, big up yourself, bro. That's exactly how me I end the live. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. We're going to big up Alka same way. We just want some girl songs from him for the summer. In a nutshell. All right, we just want some girl songs for the summer. That is where your sweet spot is. All right, when me and wife go out and touch it street this summer, that she can wind up herself and carry on, because, you know what I'm saying? I remember how she was when we did first meet her, and your music then did not carry the swing and she did not go on with herself and things. So It's nostalgic for me. Bring me back with some girl song. That way I look forward to. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. And don't forget, you are blessed to be here today. It is a gift. That's why it's called a present. Not the present when them wrap and put a bow on it. The present as in now, here, right now. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are preserved to be here today. No, God never lock off your breath. Thanks. All right. Go out there and have a wonderful weekend. Get some sun in your skin to the people them who are in warm places. For those of you who are in cold places, I'm sending you some warm vibrations. All right. Be good. Like Miss Ruby, my granny said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Cleve, always say, I will see you tomorrow if God spare my life. So if God spare us, we'll see you again soon right here on SouFLoTV. One love. I'm out. Peace.